Evening, everybody. This is Ryan from Knights Around the Table. Why is that in the middle of the screen? Whenever I return to my equipment after a hiatus, could be months, could be milliseconds. I mean, like, could be the next day. It's just like, okay, what's broken? And tonight you can kind of see, like, over here in the chat looks different than in other streams, and that's because everything related to Streamlabs chatbot is broken, so all the nice little notifications that pop up when people subscribe, and then the chat that I work so hard to style and everything, I tried to log in and they're like, no, you don't have an account with Streamlabs. I'm like, that's odd. I checked my Gmail account and I saw the welcome message from 2 years ago, so I thought, that weird, right? Okay, I'm gonna do things and I'm gonna talk while I do things, because usually I just too much talking, not enough doing things. Welcome, Omelet. Omelet's going to be moderating for us tonight. He doesn't know that. I just sprung it on him. All this is very last minute. Nothing planned. Here's the situation. I've got this game called Voidfall, which I've recently arrived this week. It was a GameFound thing, which is like is a crowdfunding platform for board games, and I'm going to a local board game con this coming weekend, and I wanted to play it, and I thought, well, why don't I just crack it open on a stream. Now, this is not an unboxing, in case you're nervous. You're like, oh, unboxings, they suck. You're right, they do suck. This is not that. This is just, I'm going to be unboxing this, and I'm going to be talking to you and telling you stories, and hopefully you'll find those stories interesting. I hope that you're here for me, is what I'm saying. You're not here for the unboxing. I hope that the draw isn't some silly board game on this channel, but instead my delightful personality. This is, before I even take this jerk right out, I know exactly what happened. Fairly, the language is from England. It's the English language. But then Americans would be like, what's that flag? And they'd be writing and complaining, I didn't have the American version. I speak American. So looking at this video, you know what Voidfall is. This is a game by a publisher called Mindclash Games, friend of the channel. And Mindclash Games, whoa, it just bonked the camera like bazoozies. Whoosh. That's going to be an issue. There, let's do that. The box is so big, I can't open it without ruining the studio equipment. Mindclash made other games like a Tricarian, which I love dearly, and Mindclash, which I love dearly, and Perseverance, and Astra, and a few others. They're a friend of the channel. They like me, so you might have seen when you clicked on this link that this is a sponsored video. That's only partly true. This is a half sponsored video. So what happened was they wrote me up. They're like, "Hey, you want a copy of Voidfall?" I'm like, yeah, sure, I might be able to do something with that. They said, okay. So they gave me a credit to purchase the game, but they gave me a credit for the poor man's version of Voidfall, for hobos, where everything's made out of twigs and bark, and you have to sort of use your imagination with a lot of the components. No, I don't know. The lower tier. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not a lower tier kind of guy. So I paid half again as much as they credited for, so that I could get the big bells and whistles version. So this goes. I've reboxed the collector's edition of Anachrony. Sorry, not Anachrony, of Tricarian, and I just know that I'm in for hours and hours of busting open a bazillion board game pieces, and I'm just going to be like buried in cardboard to my neck very, very shortly. And I think reboxing those other ones took me like half a day, a full day. I'm not going to let this stream go on that long, I promise. Losing audio on second cam. Oh, that's good to know. Are you losing audio on the overhead cam? Hold on. I'm going to switch to the overhead cam, and then you can tell me. I'm going to start talking, and then I'm going to say a sentence, and then you tell me if it cuts out. So this is the sentence. Cuts out when I switch to that camera, because if it does, I think I know the fix. I think I can. What did you miss anything important when I switched to that camera? Probably not. I'm not saying anything important at all. Anyway, you know when you're excited about a movie and they put the trailers out and you're like, oh, I'm so excited about the movie, I don't want the trailers to wreck the movie for me. And so you completely avoid watching the trailers. Oh, it totally cuts out. You know what? Let me fix that before I tell you. Keep talking at all. So I'm going to live fix it. I'm going to switch over to that camera, and then I'm going to add like an audio source so that we can hear me. Okay. Hopefully you should be able to hear me in overhead now, and I'm going to switch back to Ryan Cam. So I was saying, You don't watch the trailer because you don't want. Yes, good, we did it. Yay, we did it. Hey, Heinz, catch up. Well, 57. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. You don't watch the trailer because you don't want the trailer to wreck the movie. Well, that's the case with Voidfall. I didn't look at or read anything. I didn't go through the rule book. I don't know. All I know is that it's a 4X style space game. I did a video once on what is a 4X game, and go watch it because I'm going to have to too. I forgot. No, a 4X game is 4 words that don't start with X, but they got X in them. So you're going to be exploring... Oh God, exploring. I know the 4th one is exterminating. The 3rd one is not extrapolating, but exploiting. So you're like doing mining or whatever. And the other one, explore, exterminate, exploit, and help me. Exploiting. We got it. We got it. Heinz 57. What's the 4th X? What is the 4th X? Explore, exterminate, extrapolate. No, extremities. You tell me in chat. It'll come to you, sure. I know it. So Game Trays is a company that makes custom game. Yeah, you're not looking up to good. Expand. You're right. I think it is expand. So you're expanding your empire throughout space or Earth or wherever the heck the game takes place. I don't have too many 4X games in my board game collection. I think Monumental is one. Arguably, Scythe is one. It's technically a 4X, but I think that when you say that to people, they're expecting something, and then when they play Scythe, it doesn't quite live up to those 4X expectations. Which could be a 5th X. Game Trays makes custom trays to put all the components in. So these are just big old empty trays I'm going to pull out, and at some point I'm going to punch all the jazz and try to figure out where everything fits, not knowing anything about the game. And you know what? You at home can help. It'll be like Dora the Explorer, where Dora can actually hear you, and she's really dumb. So I'm not even going to open these. I did. I guess part of the spending too much money on board games is getting these fancy metal components. So when we start punching things, we got to look for like the cardboard versions of them, and then cast them away. Be gone! I am no pauper. I am no board game hobo. I only play with metal pieces. Great. Here we go. I should have been paying attention to how this all fits in, but you know what? Board game companies are getting smarter because they are actually including sheets that show you how to put everything back in the box. Now that doesn't help you at all when you start printing out custom stuff from Thingiverse, because nobody who does those Thingiverse inserts for you seems to be wanting to make those sheets, and which sucks because they already have the models. They just have anyway. How dare they? How dare they create free inserts that I don't have to pay for and I can just print out and not put the extra effort into... Look at those. Oh, yeah. You got to love recessed boards, man. Who doesn't love... There's a channel here for a thing to go in, and I'm going to ASMR it right now. Whew, did that give you the spine tingles? Okay, this is a lot of lids. This looks like the Tupperware drawer in my house of just like, it's nothing but lids and no containers to put the lids on. All right. Yes. What else do we need to know? Ooh, there's a companion app. I didn't know that. There's DJs. There's Cubase. There's whatever this thing is. If you recognize the artwork or if it looks familiar, that's because this dude, Ian O'Toole, illustrates a lot of board games. So this reminds me a lot of his illustration on Kanban EV. So he's done a bunch of Lacerda games, and he did Dead Reckoning and tons of stuff. Okay, what can I say about Ian O'Toole? I can't say I'm his biggest fan. I prefer him more than other board game illustrators, certain ones who you may know I'm not a massive fan of, but I like his there's a little bit of a crack in the old vacuum sealer-oo. All right, back to the ship it back. They've obviously messed up terribly. So yeah, I'm not Ian O'Toole's most gigantic fan, though I think he's done some good work. I like his backgrounds. His people are sometimes okay. If I turn this up, you're going to be able to see. These are probably on cards somewhere or something. So his people are, they're fine. There's not a lot of life in them. They're pretty kind of stilted looking. That was the case with Dead Reckoning as well. But I find his iconography is where it all falls down for me. I don't I can't remember which game I was playing by him, but I've played a few now, and it's just like, why did he pick that symbol for that thing? He did a bang up job on Black Angel. I've got a video of that on the channel. These are all cards I'm not gonna open at the moment because we got stuff to punch. I'm worried. There's like 1,000 trays, and I have not seen hide nor hair of the things that need to go in these trays and buckets, and holy crap, there's so much, you guys. All right, well, let's try it. Here's the big stack of cardboard. I'm gonna start putting things on the floor. We're on the floor already. My goodness, off to a bad start. Okay, do you guys own this, Heinz? Do you own this? Have you put this together already? It's like a Lego project or something. Like there's pages of, anyway. Let's crack that open. Do you see all the cardboard tokens you replace with upgrades? I do not. Not sure. Oh, I do. Not sure why. I do. Same. I have a bucket that I'm looking at right now in this little Kallax shelf next to where I sit, and it's got all of the overflow orphaned pieces, stuff that I upgrade and I hang on to them. But I'll tell you one story why I hang on to them. So like I'm embarking on a mission, and you'll see this video on the site soon enough. Ooh, look at that. That's like a stray piece was trying to like escape in this shrink wrap. Nice try, piece. You're not going to make me write to Mindclash and get them to send another copy of you to me. I'm not going to throw. Nice try, suicidal. Anyway, we got it out of there. Whew. So, I'm embarking on a mission to put together the world's best copy of a board game. And I'm not going to tell you which board game it is, but one of the things you need to make the board game better is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, like 10 cubes in pairs of different colors, right? And they should be colors that aren't in the board game. So I thought, man, my friend recommended this to me, and he said, like, I've got a big box full of extra pieces and upgraded bits, or bits that were upgraded. And so whenever I need something like that, I can just go mine it and put it in the game. I said, oh, that's a great idea. So I started doing that too. And then when it actually got to getting those cubes, I didn't have the right thing, so I went and bought some online, and that's the story of my life. Right, I'm going to take this off the table, and we're going to start punching some cardboard. Yeah, but I've got instead of expanding my board game collection, I mean, I'm certainly doing that. I'm not going to lie. I'm trying not to, but I've only got so much space, right? I'm not going to buy a mansion to house board games or anything, so I have to make some hard choices soon. We're getting to the upper limit of it, but what am I even saying? I don't even know. Oh, what's this? There's weird. Are these nubbies supposed to be on the back here? Probably not. They're from the next board. That's what's up. And I think they've put this little white square on anything that you're not supposed to keep, I'm guessing. So I'll just put a big old pile of no keepsies over there. This looks like the same type of thing, so we'll match those up. It's like kindergarten. It's shape matching. You know what? I can't even trace myself back to the sentence I was in the middle of anymore. Right, so yeah, I'm not gonna buy a mansion to house my board game, so I gotta make some hard choices soon. But what I am doing is spending a lot of time and money upgrading my board games. So I did that with we just played Omelette was there. We played my copy of Tekkenu, which is wicked now. So I got the Geek Up bits, which are really cool, and I'll show you something else from this later. But I also got the Turchi Jr. promo pack, which he threw on GameFound, so that he could fund baby formula for his punk kid, because I know the apple's not going to fall too far from the tree. I got my eye on you, Turchi. You're a punk. You always were. You always will be. So that's that for that. So this actually has a piece that was in the Turchi Jr. promo pack that I'm excited to add. I might as well, as long as we're talking about it, is over here off to the side. Grab my hand. Oh, I got it. It's this thing. This is like the nursery, and you get an extra tile in the Turchi Jr. promo pack. I don't know what the game's all about, or what that does, or where that's supposed to go in the box most saliently. But as we go, maybe we'll figure it out together. I love custom die cuts on pieces though. We got moon shapes, and we got gear shapes. It's like straight up friggin' Lucky Charms up in here. Got circle shapes. My goodness. All right, one sheet down. All good. And these look like dials. Now, I wish that I was paying attention when they sent out an email about which way the dials were supposed to go, because there's a right way and a wrong way, and I might just have to dig into that email to figure it out. Because the last game that I got that had dials, oh, you know what? I think it was Perseverance by the same publisher, and I put the dials in wrong. I'm like, oh, no big deal. I'll just pry it apart. And in prying it apart to fix my error, I like damaged the card. So again, it's like, I can't play that game anymore. Straight into the dumpster, right? So I'm going to be more careful this time. Less impetuous, less impulsive. Which is not my spiritual gifting, but we'll see what I can do. Oh my goodness gracious. Sorry about that. Great. Yeah, Perseverance, I should say, maybe I shouldn't, because this is a half-sponsored video, but you know what? The things I'm about to say about Perseverance are in the non-sponsored half of this video. Perseverance was not super my jam. It was fine, but I thought just the concept was kind of weird. So what they did was, I'm not a big fan, I should say, already, of board game sequels. So I have Voyages of Marco Polo, and they're like, Voyages of Marco Polo 2. I'm like, no, why would I? Put that in an expansion or something. I don't want multiple copies of mostly the same game. It can't be that different. So yeah, I don't like that plan. So what they did was with Perseverance 1 and 2 was it was kind of like Back to the Future 2 and 3, where they shot it back to back because they were so sure they were going to release that sequel. They didn't want anyone to die or succumb to Parkinson's. I'm not going to name names, but you know what I mean, while they were trying to get the third movie out. So they made a game and its sequel and put them in the same box. And then I was like, I even asked them, I said, like, that's weird. Why would you ever play version 1 if you've got version 2? Like, wouldn't version 2 build on it? And they're like, nah, not really. I'm like, I don't know, man. I've got so many games in my collection. It's already so hard to play them. It's really, it's a tough sell. I don't know. It's a tough sell. That's all I'm going to say. If I have this board game collection with all these different exciting worlds to explore, if I go and fight dinosaurs one night, the whole point of having that variety in my collection is that I'm not fighting dinosaurs the next night. I've had enough. I've had it up to here with fighting dinosaurs. More dials. Interested in this one, says Heinz 50 Ketchup. Didn't have the group for it. Do you have a regular game group? Funny you should ask. Omelette, who's moderating for us tonight, is part of my regular game group. So I didn't have a regular game group. I just play with my wife Cheryl and whichever poor pre-board game friends we could harass into playing board games with us. And like that never goes well, right? When you sit people down and they aren't into board games, don't like them, don't want to play them, and you're like, no, but really, it's called On Mars and it's not that complicated. It goes poorly. You don't want to do that. So, when I started the channel and I started the Discord server, you know what? I should put up a thing to the Discord server. Bang, there's the Discord server. So join us on the Discord server. It's a hot, happening place to be. And I met some people on the Discord server for Nights Around the Table, and Omelette was one of them. Omelette, by the way, has been a longtime supporter, staunch supporter of Nights Around the Table. And I believe, Omelette, are you our only Monarch right now, or are you one of two? I have to check the stats on that. But anyway, I met Omelette. He's in the Greater Toronto area. I'm just an hour east of Toronto in a town called Oshawa. And then I met two more fellas through the server who also lived in the GTA. So we all got together and we started playing games. And we were going gangbusters for a while. We were playing, what was it, Omelette? We were playing like games together like once a month, and we had a nice little spreadsheet going, and everyone was picking games that they wanted to play, and it was glorious. It was glorious for a while, but then the honeymoon ended, and life got in the way, and this year, like, summer began, and of course everyone's got stuff they want to do in the summer. So what we did, it was a bright idea too. I swear it wasn't my idea. I wouldn't have come up with this, but I think it was Patrick's idea. And if you watch the channel, you'll know who Patrick is. He suggested, and has been suggesting for a long time, that we all pool our Canuck bucks and rent like we call them cottages here. You might call them cabins. But we just rent an Airbnb out in the middle of nowhere, and we just reserve a weekend just to play games together because we'd missed like 3-4 months of playing together. So we did that. If you check the channel on the like the shorts section, you'll see a couple of shorts with us at that cabin playing games together. So yeah, I do have a group. I think Omelette's here because he's, first of all, a star supporter, He's got my back on everything, and he's also interested in maybe playing this game and wants to see the bits. But of course, Amit can go check out any other site on YouTube that has more actual info about the game. For example, you can go to Ed's Heavy Cardboard stream, where he's got a 5-hour how to play. Oh man. Here's what I know. I know very little about Voidfall, but here's what I know and have learned recently. People who started getting it said, like, oh yeah, it was a cool game. The teach took an hour and a half. I was like, hour and a half for the teach? Oh my god. And somebody on Facebook said, yeah, and it's not like you can like tell people most of the rules and then they kind of get the gist and then you go ahead and play and then they get mad at you for not explaining all the rules. This is a kind of game where I think everything's maybe like a Lacerda kind of thing where everything's, interconnected, and so you can't get away with just teaching some of the rules. You have to teach, it's all the rules or nothing. Like if you don't know all the rules, you can't play. But then other people are saying, yeah, and once you know all the rules, it's not that crazy a game. But isn't that like all of these board games? Like once you've played once, you're like, oh, how many times have you played a board game? You play it once, maybe lose miserably. Not me, of course, I win every board game, but you lose miserably and you're like, oh, if I were to play it one more time, I know exactly what I would do. That's every board game, isn't it? And then, yeah, and after your 20-minute teach or your half-hour teach, or in this case, I guess an hour-long teach, and you actually play the game, you're like, yeah, like it wasn't that complicated. So I don't know what's up. The things I know. Oh, hey Matrix. 01. I think I think I start tuning out if the teach takes 45 minutes plus. Yeah, tell me about it. And this is coming from the person who's the primary teacher in the group. I know, and this is going to sound like I'm super full of myself. Maybe I am, but like there have been many times where I don't know. I put a lot of work into my my how to play videos, and there have been many times where people are like, "Okay, Creighton, you know how to play. You made the video on it. Teach us." I'm like, I don't know. Knightsaroundtable.com. Click, and I play the video, and I make people sit down and watch the video. It's because I want to watch the video. I don't remember. I spent 40 hours on the video. I have no idea how this stupid thing goes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you see that? See that movie Memento where the dude tattoos his memories on his body because he's just got a really bad short-term memory? I feel like that, but like Knights Around a Table is my memory tattoo bank. I just cannot keep the rules for a million complicated board games in my head, especially as I age into my twilight years. So this small local board game con that we're going to called CastleCon, which is just at like a little hotel in a town called Bowmanville, just to the east of here, 45 minutes an hour. Maybe it's not even that far. We just tonight, I said to my wife Cheryl, I said, look, we got to start picking games that we want to play at this con, because I'm going to need probably the week to like review rules. And she's like, oh, we should play stuff that you haven't played before. I'm like, oh no, even worse. So I know how to play like 2 of the 10 or so games that we picked, but the rest of them, it's going to be like I'm cramming for finals all week long. So far, again, like look at these piles of things. I don't see that this is adding up to the million different plastic buckets we pulled out at the beginning, but I don't know. There's only 2 more of these sheets. I don't know where all the stuff is. Let's keep going. I know there's plastic ships we can look at. There's some cool stuff. So another thing that I got into recently was painting my minis. And so I painted, the very first game that I finished painting was Dead Reckoning, because I've got that coming to me. Another longtime financial supporter of the channel on Patreon is DM Explains, who you might have heard me talk about before on the channel. Oh, everything's just popping itself. It's all just flying out of the cardboard. Anyway, DM Explains bought Dead Reckoning, and then I had done the video for it, but they sometimes they send you like a prototype, but they spend, I don't know if you know how this works, but they spend tons of money on the prototypes, tons of money, hundreds and hundreds of dollars on the prototypes, because they only make 10 of them, right? And it's a lot more expensive if you make 10 of something than if you make 10,000 of something per unit, right? So they make these prototypes and then they ship them off to people, but then of course they want to get around to as many reviewers and people with channels and stuff as possible. So they parked Dead Reckoning with me, and of course, par for the course, I took like 6 years to make not 6 years, but I took a long time to make the video on it, and then they wanted the game back, so sent the game back. And often the publishers who hire me will, I shouldn't say often, maybe if I request it, but occasionally it's nice when they do. They'll send me a copy, a production copy when the thing comes off the line. This was not the case. Alderac, I don't know what's up with Alderac, but oh, I do know what's up with Alderac. I had a champion at Alderac. There was a guy who worked for them named Luke, who really, really liked my work and hired me to do a bunch of Alderac games, and then he left the company. And now Alderac won't return my phone calls or emails. It's the strangest thing. I don't know what's up. They're busy or something, but yeah, I've tried to get in contact with them at Gen Con a couple years ago, and they just didn't have time. Did not have time for me. So I don't know if I'm like persona non grata over there or what's up, but anyway, back to Dave Explains. So Dave Explains received his copy of Dead Reckoning and just decided like he didn't want it anymore, and he knew it was coming weeks and weeks and weeks out. And he said, hey, when I see you at Gen Con, I'm just going to flip you my copy of the game. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's too generous. You don't have to do that. He's like, no, I'm going to do that. And so sure enough, true to his word, we showed up. We met each other for the first time in person. It was very exciting. And he's like, yeah, here's my copy of Dead Reckoning. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's incredible. So I was the very appreciative benefactor of a game that I really like. I love pirate games, and Dead Reckoning is a very close second for my favorite pirate game of all time. And if you're a friend and follower of the channel, you know what my favorite pirate game is, which recently overtook my other favorite pirate game. So do nice round of table trivia in the chat. Let me go back to what you were saying though. So Kirk Sennett says, yeah, I really wanted to get this game, but my main group wouldn't have the patience for the teach. Isn't that a drag? That's a drag. I hear you, and I'm worried that my own group, who has a lot of patience for very long teaches, will get kind of irmy about this one and ornery. We'll see. Hopefully it'll go okay. I can tell. I know there's one person in particular in our group of 4. I won't name names, but it's a 2-syllable name. Wait, are they all 2-syllable names? No, one's a 3-syllable. So I've already ruled one guy out, but one particular person will get quite itchy with the teach. Maybe we'll task him with reading the rulebook ahead of time. I don't know. He's wondering, says, that sounded different than I intended. What? Wait a second. What is this? You subscribed, Heinz57 Ketchup. Thank you so much. Hey, and that worked. I thought that didn't work. I was troubleshooting it for like 45 minutes before the stream happened. Whew, well, it's good to know that. I don't know. Who knows? Wonders never cease. Great. Back to this. If you hear, by the way, I think Cheryl's left, but if you hear like little woohoos and ahas in the background, it's because I just picked up a used copy of, I say used because I'm like, I don't have new game money, but Luigi's Mansion 3, which I wanted for many years on the Switch, and I sat her down because she doesn't take enough time for herself. So I said, plunk yourself down and you play this video game. So mean, such a mean husband, but she has been for the past couple of hours, and she loves it. Good game. It's fun. Great. Gotta run, says Heights57, but your S-tier game team... Oh, thank you very much. That's nice to say. You're the reason my mid-weight Euro group can play Terra Mystica. Well, I really appreciate that. Thank you. I'm also the reason that I can play Terra Mystica, because like I said, I opened that game up and I'm like, I don't know what the heck's going on. I have to go watch my own video for 20 minutes before I can actually do something with it. Good to see you, though. Thank you for subscribing. So, is wondering, says, Zeke loves all things Mario and thus Luigi. Yeah, I don't know if one follows the other. Luigi's kind of like the dark horse pick. Though he did, and I don't know if Nintendo was behind this or if this is the memesters on the internet, but you remember when people were grabbing his total dead ass cold look in Mario Kart, and when he'd like drift past someone and go like, you know, and they put that on memes. It was really funny. But yeah, then they did the Year of Luigi, where they came out with a couple of like Luigi expansions, and I think that was the year Luigi's Mansion 3 came out. Anyway, it's fun. It's a fun game. I can loan it to you guys. Oh, you don't have a Switch yet. This is a good friend of mine is wondering and we've known each other since childhood. I think I have known is wondering longer than I've known any other friend in my life. Not to dox you. I don't know if you want me to tell people personal details about you or what, but that's what's up. And for the longest time, I didn't know who you were, who was behind that username. And Cheryl's like, that's so-and-so. I'm like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. I guess I should stop bad-mouthing here when that person's on the channel, because they're the same. I I've never. All right, here we go. More of this. Yeah, I was wondering if you're just catching up. This is, I was actually just talking about you without naming you. I was talking about, you'll remember this, when, before we had a board game group who enjoyed board games to play with together, we would foist unbelievably complex board games on our non-board game loving friends, and you were some of the friends who were subject to that, and I apologize for that. When I go back to BG Stats and I look at some of the games we cajoled you into playing, I'm like, oh my god, like that is not... If you're not into board games, that's not what you start people out on. Holy crap! I forget what we had you playing, but it's a couple of real bears. Look at this stack of these dials. Why are there so many flipping dials? I thought there were 4 players. Oh, 4 players and 3 dials per, but this is way more than 12 dials. Look, I'm going to turn this whole pancake stack to you. Whoa! Whoa, like the whole game is like all dials. Should have been called dials. Right. Back to it. Oh, there's even more. There's so many. All I'm doing is punching dials. My gosh. Hope you like punching dials, because looks like there are 8 persons. 8 persons in the game? Yeah, with that stack? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, my word. It's shocking I still talk to you. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Get out of here. I think it's important. I think it's really important to have people in your life that you share really deep roots and connections with. Because I don't have too many other people in my life who are like that. I don't have a sibling. I'm an only child. So it's nice to have somebody in my life who can share and corroborate memories from my childhood, who grew up in the same, sort of place and time as I did, among some of the same people. I like that. Great. Oh my word. Sorry, 8 per person on the dials. I think you're right. Actually, now that I'm remembering, yeah, screenshots of it. Yeah, I think you're right, and that would make sense. Is this 8? What's 8 by 4? 32 dials? Maybe. Yeah. Well, I mean, you're probably sitting there going like, yeah, that's the answer. I'm sitting here in front of the internet and I know things, Ryan. Listen. Okay, relax. Yes, sure. You're correct. 8 per person. Still, though, like I said before, I don't see all of this stuff requiring the 76 odd crates that we opened when we popped open the box. I don't know where this is all supposed to go, but that's the task for almost right now. We're almost there. Oh my goodness. Almost there. 32. Did I say 38? Oh my word. Where's my graphic for that? There we go. Yeah, not the wisest mind with numbers, I'm afraid. Which is weird because I do board games. I do video games too. I should mention that. We're talking about video games. If you haven't seen a lot of stuff coming out of the Nights Around the Table channel lately, and we used to do a stream every single Tuesday, every single week, and you're like, where did all that go? Well, let me tell you. Let me catch you up. Before I did a board game channel, I was a video game designer. And I guess I still am a video game designer. I feel like the old aged cop, and it's like every time I try to get out, they pull me right back in. So for this year... I've been trying to do Nights Around the Table under my own steam for 5 years. It's great. We just celebrated 25,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's a really nice, meaty, divisible by 5 number to hit. That's awesome. It's not exactly paying the bills quite yet, nor will it ever. I don't know. But this year, starting last February, I took a gig. I took a full-time gig. Check this out. I took a full-time gig designing a VR video game. That's pretty cool. Wouldn't you do that? If somebody said, hey, we want you to design this VR video game, you would say, heck yes. And I said, I don't know, let me think about it. But eventually I said, heck yes. And I've been working with this distributed team from the Greater Toronto area for since February, like I say. And I was told that Don't worry, Ryan. You can still work on your stuff on evenings and weekends. I'm like, yeah, sure, sounds good. And I don't know, the job might not even last beyond next February. Let's see how it goes. I'm like, yeah, okay. Well, that's longer than I've held most jobs. But as soon as I cracked into it, I'm like, okay, here we go. Nights around the table, evenings and weekends. And of course, I thought, man, I don't know if this is going to work. And sure enough, I would finish like a day of designing a VR video game and then just like on the couch, right, going, a video game, or please TV me. And just, because my mind by the end of that day was just completely sapped. It doesn't have a lot of capacity to begin with. And by the end of that, whew, look out. So I have not had the time/energy to put into the channel like I would like to have had this year. And that's what's going on, in case you were wondering. So I apologize. I'm still trying. Oh, Varys is here. Hi, Varys. Varys has heard this story. Varys, as a longtime supporter of the channel and a Patreon backer, like he's wondering is, has access to a special backers-only stream that I run every single month. This month we're a little bit late. We'll still do it. Don't worry. So all these stories, some of these stories that I've told are not new to some of the backers who are in the channel right now. Though I did promise to tell you one that I'm sure you haven't heard before, and it was about the time I almost got shot and killed in the Boston airport. Would you like to hear that story? Just going to tease that, and then let's do this for a little bit. Yes, shot and killed. I'll tell you about that in a second. All right. Is this it? Is this it for cardboard pieces? I can't believe I'm saying that. We've got cards, we've got tiles, and now we're just going to find... You know what I need to find? I need to find the ship's manifest. And it's going to be over here with these books and things. Look at this. Oh my word. Look at this literature. Look how thick. Oh my heavens to Betsy. So what are these? These are oh my God. Is that the player guide? This is the player guide? No. That's got to be the quick guide for the table. There can't be 4 of those. Oh my word. Yes, this is exactly what I was looking for. This one and this one. So manuals showing you how to put things together. I tried to do one of these. I say like, oh, why don't the people who make custom board game inserts and put them on Thingiverse, why don't they do these? They should just do these. And then I went and tried to make one for A Feast for Odin. And it took me forever, and I'm stuck on the last step because I don't know how to render it out properly with proper lighting. Anyway, what type of game? Yeah, Curbside It. I'll tell you all about it as much as I can, though I'm under NDA for large portions of it. But I can tell you, it's a 2-player only game. Can't play it solo, can't play it with more than 2. 2 players only. One person is in the headset, the VR headset. Which headset? We're still working on that. A headset. Would be nice if it was the Oculus Quest 3 that you just heard was announced. That's cool. I'd love to do it for PSVR. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. One person in the headset. The other person is not in the headset. The other person is on a non-VR device. Isn't that interesting? So the idea is kind of like Mission Impossible. You got the person who's like in this cool facility running around trying to do stuff, and then you've got the guy in the chair, right? So the other player is the person in the chair who is... I don't want to say helping, but it's very much a 2-player game, and they're very much trying to achieve their goals together. And one person has a completely different view than the other. Both players can see things that the other can't, that the other player needs to see. So it's all about, you're supposed to like queue up like a line of communication, like on the phone or on Discord, and talk to each other and talk each other through it and what you can see, what the other person can't. If you go to, there's a title for it and there's a website, so I'm not breaking NDA by telling you that. If you go to elsewhereelectric.com, that's the name of the game that I'm working on. I'm very, very excited. So you'll be hearing probably more about that once the boss says, yeah, go tell your 25,000 people on YouTube. Of course, yes, go ahead. We'll see. We'll wait till I get that instruction. Back to this. Yeah, isn't wondering if that's news to you when your partner showed up at my house trying to grub equipment off me. I don't know what he was doing there, but I just tossed him some bones. I broke the news to him because I haven't talked to you guys in so long. I was like, yeah, this is a brand new thing. And I kind of like didn't want to tell anybody. I haven't even told some members of my immediate family just because I don't want to jinx it. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like, hey, I got this cool gig. And then like the next month they're like, nah, you're on your ass, Creighton. Anyway, not like that's happened before or anything, but right. Great. That's the tray overview. That's how all the trays go in. But what we want to find is what to put in the trays. Here we go. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. So all this is done for us. All the cards go in here. Good start. Great. That's the base tray. Yes. Oh, but scenarios. Are there scenarios in there? I'm looking at the wrong thing. No, it's good. Yep, and I'm looking, and the scenarios are in there. This is a different shape than what I'm looking at on the floor. Hold on, let me lift up the box. Okay. So here's the box, and here's what I'm looking at. So what I'm confused about is see what I mean? The scenarios are I'm going to point to them, although I don't have enough hands. These things look like they're squarish shaped, and everything that's in the bottom of the box down here looks like it's rectangular shaped. So I don't know. Oh, so it goes right in there. Yeah, okay, they're just turned on their side. Oh, I see. They're turned on their side and they fanned them to show you that it's a deck. Okay, good. We're good. That part's done. Done. We're almost done. Okay. Yep, we all cheered, says Isn't Wondering. We cheered about the gig, not about you losing a job. Yes, you must clarify, because there's a bit of a time delay on chat. Thank you. That's good. It's good. Like I say, it might not last past February, but I'm having a good time so far. Challenging, but having a good time. Great. And I'd love, I mean, this is what's coming up. I would love, and I'll get this clear with the boss, but I would love to actually, there are certain things to test, to play test. If you've never play tested a video game, it's, it's something else. So if you're not on the Discord server, get on the Discord server, and then maybe in a couple months, I'll be able to pull pairs of people and say, here's a link, go try the game. Or not the game, but select portions of the game that we're trying to fix. Great. All right, tray lid. Ah, yes. It's that's hard, right? Like they're trying to communicate that this is the transparent part of the game. I'm going to knock off this whole Jenga tower of nonsense. Let me destack it over here. All right, tray lid. Cooking with gas. Here it is. Tray lid. What goes in the tray lid? Well, let me tell you. These skinny things right here go in the tray lid. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a little bit of a, I don't want to say nightmare. I don't use that word lightly, but okay. Tray lid. That's a complicated outline right there. So 9 goes there, 10 goes there, 8 and 8 go there. Okay, like and then the strippy thing goes up here. Good, and then this little thing goes right over there. Okay, we're good. That's good. And then what else? 7. These things go over there. Identify. All right. How many are there? So many. It's these ones, and they're going right. I want to put them there, but it looks like other things should go over there. Okay. Whatever. We'll put them right there. Okay. Whew. I feel like I'm defusing a bomb. Okay. Right. But it says things that it's not showing pictures for. It says 20, what else goes in here? 20 boards and mats, 4 times triple layered house boards, 1 time galactic board. So many things go in the tray lid. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Find the order of these boards in the tray. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Sure. Great. Let's get rid of that. It's the red and white. Or else the red wire. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, talking about that game that I'm making, a lot of people, when you describe that concept to them, they're like, "Oh, it's like Keep Talking and No One Explodes," which is a bomb diffusing game where one person sees the bomb and the other person like prints. You can print it out, or you can go on the website. Originally, you could print it out. Prints out like a physical manual where they're flipping through, and it's like, "Oh, I see a screen. What kind of screen is it? Oh, does it have 4 buttons or 3 buttons?" Right. So they're trying to walk them through it before the bomb explodes. Lots of fun. This is going to be different than that, because in that game you're just in one room and there's a bomb in front of you in VR, and it didn't originally start in VR, I don't think. So they ported it to VR. So you're sitting there in front of the bomb. You don't go anywhere. So Elsewhere Electric is a game where you go places. I will say no more. But you're not stuck to one room, and you're not. This is the other thing about Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. You can play it with somebody who's not on a device, right? So they can print the thing, or I think now you have to go on the website because it randomizes parts of the manual now. So people can be on a web page, but I think you can play with like 50 people if you wanted to, if the chatter wasn't going to drive you crazy. Elsewhere Electric, 2 people. You want to bring 50 people, they got to sit on the sidelines. It's 2. It's 2. Exactly 2. No more, no less. Yes. Trays. We didn't. There were fun things in these trays that we didn't even look at, by the way. So this is one fun things in the tray. Is like, look, there's metal. This is what happens when you shell out for the fancy experience. There's metal in here. I don't even know. Oh, I think this is the next tray that we're supposed to be looking at. Okay, so perfect. Okay, I'm gonna put this metal over here, and I'm gonna put this right here. And I think I punched out like all of these things, but I think I have metal versions of them, so I don't even think I needed to do that. But let's see how it goes. Okay. 14 house trays. Oh, that's these things. So that's 14. I called them Tupperware lids. So there's 14 of those. And house trays are 14 identical containers where you can place various components that belong to the same house. Is a house like a faction? I guess a house is like a faction. Okay. So you have to put in one, man, this is hard to do while you're streaming. You got to put in, okay, you got to put in 1 Fallen House card, 2 Origin cards, 4 basic, and we're going to leave that. We're just going to put that to this. Oh my gosh, look at all the, breaking a sweat here. Okay, that's a lot, man. It's a lot of stuff. I don't even know where that stuff even is. Did you see that stuff? I didn't even see that stuff. Oh, but here's the dial. Where's the thing that shows you how to put the dials? I feel like I'm missing information. Hold on. Did they user test this experience? I don't know. That's a glossary. That's a rule book. This thing's a compendium. A glossary and a rule. Grab the compendium. What? No, the index. What? I have the appendix. No, grab the reference. Oh my god. Why would you use those 2 words? Those are like the same. Compendium and reference, I guess. I don't know. This is about the upgraded components. I just don't know. I just don't know things. I don't know. I'm a bit flustered. I don't know where all the stuff is to put in the trays. I'm lost. Helmet says yes. What are you saying yes to? Just mocking me at this point. Okay, some of this stuff I can do because that's a picture of dice and I know what dice are. I don't know where dice are, but I know what dice are. Here we go. Okay, so what would you like to eat? You would like to eat the following. Just gonna dump extra bits on my table. So you want a blue die. You want one of those, which came out of the box originally, which is one of these. So this is, okay, those 4 colors. This is, none of that is this. Okay, so you don't get one of those. You can't have one. But cubes, aha, cubes. Right. I wish my camera went wider, because you'd look at this table and go like, oh my gosh. Okay, cubes we can do. So I guess we gotta sort these by player color. I think orange is the nasty enemy alien color, like the thing that's not controlled by a player, that has all the like the splattery. If you don't know what I'm talking about here, so that's this, right? Orange is the bad alien color. So everything's like sculpted in like splatter. So I actually I've seen pictures of this. You put dice in there and they're like enveloped by nasty alienness. Okay, right, back to this. Cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Great. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Fantastic. Here we go. Hey, did you watch that live stream last night where the guy counted cubes on it? That's riveting stuff. Great. Player color. this thing's going to go here. Once the other things are underneath it, that's going to make a lot more sense. And then here we are. Ah, yes, I understand. So we have to take this. It's more than 8. You thought it was 8. It's 10. It's 10 per thing. 10 dials. And you know what I haven't seen is the little, I don't know the word for it, the dial nipples. You know, the things that hold the dials together. I haven't seen any of those yet. Wait, are these? No, those are not them. This is like, these are standees for ships, and these are like little sticks to like make them look like they're flying for people who can't suspend disbelief and need them off the table. So that's not that. Okay, looking for nipples in all the wrong places. Any nipples in here? Nipples. Hello. Hello, board game nipples. We got board game squares. We got board game chips, which I'd love to show you. I'm sure they're very cool, but they're not nipples. Your more chips. Feels really cool. Plastic, lots more paint. Nope, no those. If you again, Dora the Explorer, if you saw the little dial clasps, shout it out. I don't see them. And they seem like a crucial next step, don't they? My obsessive need to organize is twitching. I know, man. Like this is like the most fun I'll get out of this whole experience. I paid like X $100 to knoll KNOLL all these pieces together, and then we'll never get to play it. But I can't progress. I can't proceed until we find those bits. I don't know what to do. Oh my gosh, there's even more dials that go into this one. So there's like 10 dials per player thingy, and then like 3 more dials. No wonder we had such a gigantic stack of dials. Dials everywhere, but nary a nipple to fasten. Oh, I see. You know what I'm misinterpreting? You're probably sitting there, if you're paying attention, screaming like, those are the things that you need to put in the thing. So I saw this. This is like a black circle with an arrow that goes around it. But when I saw these, they were turned this way, and they looked to me like silhouetted heads. I was like, well, it's not the head pieces I'm looking for, it's the arrows. Aha. Dum. Okay, fixed. So that goes in here. Good. That's a player piece. Good. These things. That's mystifying me. Where are all these things? Are those cards? Oh, we gotta go back to the cardboard. This is serious, everybody. Okay. None of this is serious, everybody. All right. Okay. I saw another picture that showed that. I'm going to wreck everything by putting these down. It's heavy. So these are triple layer. I think some of these. And they get, some mats go into them. Something goes into something like this. Is this what goes into this? Look, I figured it out. Yes. Look, that's a thing. So we'll do that. And then let's do that with the other ones. So that's one. And I guess you match your faction up with your... We're supposed to do that right now, or is that for later? That might be for laters. I think that's for laters. I think you grab your color, and then you grab one of your 8 million factions, and then you slot that in like that. I think that's what you're supposed to do. And look at this. This is, if you read Dune, this is giving off real, like, Harkonnen vibes, right? Big, opulent, fatty Federation. There's no fat shaming in space, but that guy, the whole deal with Baron Harkonnen is that he's so fat, so huge, he can't walk by himself. So he has like anti-gravity orbs that lift his chair up and carry him around everywhere, or they're attached to his suit, and he walks around. And I'm like, oh my god, that's disgusting. But you know where I can get some of those orbs? So back to this. Right. So many things that appear to be missing, and it has me worried that, like, okay, wait, hold on. Those cards are shaped like wide cards, and there are wide cards here and here, but I don't think those are the same thing at all. I don't know where all the stuff is, you guys. I don't know where all the stuff is. Where's all the stuff? Where is all the stuff? I'm mystified. Each player has their own deck of cards, and then there are some house-specific cards. Okay, so help me with that then. Where's the little... Okay. So, it's hard to know as a new dude. So, joint focus is deck 4. That's not it. Deck 1 is sectors. Those are the tiles. That's not it. So, 1 here. 2 is galactic event cards. That's not what we're looking for. 3 is alert and crisis cards. We're not looking for that. 4, joint focus, heroic focus, difficulty, setup, aid. I'll just wait. I don't know. If you subscribe, it's showing an ad right now, and I should be keeping an eye on that. I will continue when that ad stops. Okay, we're back. Listen, I said I wasn't going to open any cards, but I think we've got it because I think whatever we're looking for is hiding in these decks. I used to love it when these decks of cards had rip strips on them, but lately they have let me down. How on earth? What kind of talons do you need to pry this nonsense apart? Oh, we're gonna need the knife. Where's the knife? There it is. Oh, so gentle. So gentle with the deft hands of a surgeon. Don't want to wreck any cards. Don't let its nose light up red. Ooh, just I'm under there. Yeah. Okay, we did it. We did it, everybody. All right. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can identify... Dark Ages, Glorious Ascension, Humanity Rising, Scorched Earth, blah 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 blah. I don't know what the icons for the houses are, so I don't know what I'm looking for really. Let's just take another look at the clues. At the clues found in the little bookaroo here. We're looking for something with 3 squarish things on the top and a blue border. Production, prosperity, reinforcement, progress. That's what we're looking for. So is that this? Yes. Oh, that's joint leadership, prosperity, da da da. Joint, heroic. Okay, so we got joint. Is that the... We got heroic. Is this what we're looking for? Maybe not. And then more of these. I'm going to keep them sideways just in case they're supposed to be like different things. Okay, great. Next deck. No mystery solved. Still opaque as anything. I hope nobody from Mindclash watches this and goes, this guy is a moron. Clearly, what he had to do was da-da-do-da-dee-da-ba-ba. Great. Look, this is what we're after. And look, they're in player colors. Fantastic. Production, 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 production. Innovation, 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 innovation. I don't know why I'm not getting paid to do this. Da-da-doo-da-doo-da-doo. Oh, yeah, politics. Oh, you know what? They just switched it on me. These ones are all the same color. Nice try, IHOP. Oh my gosh, what a mess. What color are you even? Brown? Is brown a color in this game? I don't know that it is. Raid production, uplift, conquest, prosperity. I don't even know what the like the cards are called. So, okay. Back to Eno Tool. Back to Eno Tool's sort of mystifying UX. What are the player colors? I guess they're the borders at the top, right? So when it doesn't have a player color, it means it's I guess not a player card. Is that what we're doing? Okay, so for some reason in the middle of that deck, those are non-player cards. We're back to player cards. There's a green, there's a blue, there's a pink, there's a yellow, there's a green, blue, pink, yellow, cooking with gas, green, blue, pink, yellow. All right, green, blue, pink, yellow. Yes. Temptation. Ooh, there's a card called Temptation. That's fun. Progress. And politics. There. Now we have. Hooray. Getting somewhere. Getting somewhere. Now we've got all 4 decks for all 4 players. Here, blue. Once again, I reserve the right to, as you should, just completely bail on this stream at any moment. This is a non-player thing, and I put the player and non-player things here and here. I'm mixing things up a little bit. This is dangereux. All right, you go up in here, and blazang, and hooray, we accomplished something here today. What else goes in the blue player box? Those look like agendas, but I could be wrong. Yeah. These guys. How would you tell that? You're better at board games and generally everything that I am. Oh, look, it's the squares. Look, everybody, the squares are back. Everybody gets 3 of them. And does anything else go in there but the dial? No. So, barring the dial, which you know what, I'm going to put in there. They're I don't know what you call this, not the dial, the thing that contains 10 dials. So I'm going to put that in there as soon as we get our little square shapes. Square shapes, here they are. Here they are. I've got this game's number. Whatever. Think you could fool me? Ooh, those are meaty. Ooh. Not to eat, certainly, but man, those beefy things. They're not nothing. Great. And you go on here like this, and we lid it up, and 1 is done. Off to the check it out the window. No, I'll go over here. Great. So that's 1. And we'll just do the rest real super snappy. So this is going to be, what are you, the pink player? Yeah, you're the pink player. And so we need this guy here. We need 1, 2, 3, 4 points, if you can remember the numbers. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of these cubes in the left side or the right side. I can't remember. I think they go over here. And then we get an arrow, which is going to be buried under some piece right here. Scream, it's on your left, Ryan, it's on your left. Oh, in a second, we'll get there. We'll get there in a second. This goes in here, the die goes in here. The arrow, where did the little metal arrow thing go? My word, this is a travesty. Ah, there they are. They're up here. The arrow thing. Now the metal pieces, I have these metal enamel pieces for perseverance, and they're fine. They're almost harder to grip than the cardboard is. So I don't know why I went for that this time out, but I don't know. Definitely they have what we call in the business the semblance of value. They're a high value item, but I don't know if they're a high use or functionality item. Okay. Player box number 2, ready to rumble. Player box number 3 coming at you. This is going to be the green player. Yes, Omelet, we're saving your color for the end. 14 cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1 die. Green thing. Green thing. Green thing. Thing that's going to have 1,000,000 dials on it. Lid. Dunzo. And finally, the thrilling conclusion. whatever these are, and you're going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Why are you counting them, Ryan, if there's the only ones left? Oh, so you know if you're missing any, that's all. There's a die. There's this guy. Here's the yellow cards. This is the yellow thing. The thing with the dials. Gonna go right here, like that. Shazam. Bazoom, bazong. Oh! Shout it out. I'm not doing the square things. Thank you, squares. This isn't wondering. Yes, squares. We forgot the squares. Squares. They're like big sugar cubes. Like, oh my gosh. Did you ever watch? There's a Jim Henson show called Fraggle Rock. They actually made a comeback, I think, on Apple TV recently. Shot in Canada. There's some Fraggle Rock trivia for you, but it was about symbiotic relationships partially. So there are 3 different types of creatures. There were the Fraggles, the Doozers, and the Gorgs. And the Doozers would make these complex constructions out of doozer sticks, which were made out of radishes. And the Fraggles ate radishes. So whenever, and the Doozers were little, the Fraggles were bigger, and the Gorgs were gigantic, right? So whenever the Fraggles would pass doozer constructions, they'd snack on them because they're scrumptious. So they'd like they grab entire girders and be like, nah. Anyway, this reminds me of doozer sticks. This is this clear acrylic shiz going on. Delicious. Just want to put them in my mouth. That's what's happening. Clear squares going in right now, is it wondering? Or is it Isa or is it Isa? You spelled it with 2 Z's. You gotta, I don't know how you're gonna phonetically tell me the answer, but great. Okay, player boards or player things done except for the missing nipples. We don't know where those are. Next. Large ship miniatures tray. Yes. Now we're getting somewhere. Ships. Let's look at some ships. Ships, everybody. That's what you're here for. Ships. That's not the right tray. Ships. Nope, that's not it either. Ships, everyone. Yes. Now we're talking. I think. Is this you? Are you the large? Excuse me. Are you the large ships miniatures trays? Yes, I think you are. Okay, here we are. Off to the races. So we need to take the ones that look like, I don't know. Are these? No. They're like already in here. They're already in here. Here, and then something goes in there. It's not. Is it these guys? It's not these guys. It's really hard to tell the shape of the ship because they've depicted them obliquely from like the side. But yeah, I think it's these like UFO looking tri-corner things that are going to go up in here. So I didn't even have to go into that box. That box is done for me. Fantastic. And look, it's got the you can kind of hard to see, but they've got the shapes of the ships here, here, and here. Fantastic. That large ship tray complete. Next level 2 continued. Yes. Small ship miniatures tray. It's this one, and I'm hoping. Oh no such luck. They're all in bags, and we gotta take them all out. Okay. Got it. Look what we found, everybody. Nipples. All right. Yeah. Okay, we'll put those aside. There's only 4 of them, and we need 87. Here's another bag of them right there. Great. This is, who knows, but it's cool. They got orange coming out of them. That looks awesome. Great. Let's get these ships. Oh, look, so many more. It's the top halves of the nipples and more parts of the nipples and more of these ships. Great. Let's start dumping. So these ones, I think they were just all placed in the right spots where they have to go. Okay. Pronunciation. Oh, she has no idea. Okay. So there's Uno. These guys are going to be the, what's square? You're square. You go here. Da 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 da. Nope, you're not square at all. You're in the wrong place. Doesn't matter. You know what? The lid will tell me. So the ones that look like, yep, I got it right. Fighter jets go here. The ones that are round and look like UFOs go up here. It's giving me real Eclipse vibes. But we talked about this, my friends and I, earlier in the week, and apparently it's nothing like Eclipse, or at least it's Eclipse Light, which is surprising that you could say anything about this game was light. But Eclipse is another 4X space game with ships and stuff that go on stands. Great. I'm really excited that those little clasps came out of the box, because now we can really have some fun. Next, basic components tray. basic components tray. Where are you? Where are you? Say your name if you're the basic component tray. Where are you? Yeah, this is it right here. That is not it. That is not it. It's not. That's not it. Hold on. Are you? Is it? It's this. Ha 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 ha. So all the cool alien stuff goes in this one, boy. Oh boy. All right, we're gonna put this over here. Here we go. I'm regretting now punching everything first. I don't think that was the right play, but we shall overcome. We'll make it. Good. At least some of this mess is supposed to go in this. Wow, 8,000 cubes go in that little compartment. Oh, I'm not even in the right tray. My word. That was a close one. Although I'd love to know where the right tray is. It's behind me. It's behind me. All right. Here, this is truly the tray of a carpenter. Yes. Yay, nipples! Exactly. If I had a dime for every time I exclaimed that. Right. Yeah. So, yeah, we finally get to take these things out. Aren't these cool? Oh, my word. Look, they got a little... It's hard to see with the lighting, I'm sure, but they got a little indent that indicates that these creepy looking... Oh, they look cool. Yeah, this is the big... I think this was a big selling point for the campaign. They showed a picture of this, and it's like, oh, what? That looks cool and crazy, and they're grabbing on dice, and I don't know why they're doing it, but take my money. Bad guys, aliens. These ones in. These are busts of this dude. This is weird. Or lady? I don't even know. It's an alien, so it's probably sexless. But, it's kind of a freaky sculpt. Now, this is it. Would you paint these? Would you paint these? They're orange. Would you at least maybe, I don't know, maybe you just like put like a dark wash on them and then lighten it up just to, I don't know, make them look a bit, have more dimension to them. I don't know. I'd be nervous, but you know what? I'm getting over my fear of painting because I've been doing a lot of miniature painting lately. And here, I'm going to say this again in a video in the future, but here's one thing I've discovered. You take the gray stuff or the solid orange stuff or whatever it is, and you put primer on it, and it instantly looks better. Like I've been doing what's called zenithal priming, which is where you do everything in black, right? So you do a whole coat of black, everything's black, and it looks better. It just looks better than the gray or whatever base color it is. Then you take white and you zap it from the top because you're trying to like simulate highlights or light coming down from the top of the sky where what's called the sun is, and then that looks like even way better than the black, like way better. And then you take it and you start putting color on it, and as crappy as you are as putting color on it, it looks way better than the priming. So every single step you do is just improving the figure tremendously, and it's almost like you can't screw up until you do the eyes, and then it's all over baby blue. That's when you know you failed. When you try to put that, everything's beautiful, you try to put that pupil in, forget about it. We had that with Scythe. It's not pretty. I don't know what these are, barriers or walls or sluggy creepy alien things. Great. So those are good. That was all arranged. All the orange cubes are going to go in this little pocket right here. Oh, that made a nice noise. I think they are orange aliens. I think, yes, I think you're correct. Yes. Okay. Next. Yeah, these things. Now, here's where we get into metal things. So these no two-way symbols go in here. Ooh, that's a nice noise. Those are done. Surprised they put things in bags, honestly. Oh, no. Wrong. Entirely wrong. Failure. These stack up in this trench here. Okay, done, fixed. Great. Next, which means that I think I've got cardboard ones on the table that I can get rid of. 5. The dice. All the black and the purple dice go in here. I'd love to find the box where I get rid of the 1,000 or so of these chits. That'll be a happy day. Could you imagine producing a game this complex? I look at their stuff and I'm just like, holy cow. Even like just working on their rule book looks, but I mean, I say that, but I will work on your rule book. Does that even work anymore? Can you say, can you do the banana phone thing anymore? People know what do you have to be like, I don't know. Great. My youngest went to school this week and brought a phone as a prop for something in drama, like an old, pick up one of these, and had tons of fun with it because everyone was like, oh my gosh, that thing. Of course, the kids were like bragging, I know how to use a rotary phone. Da, da, da. That was the one, by the way, is wondering, you'll know it from VaultQuest, my escape room venture. So that was that phone. It said, like, at one point the teacher's like, please do this math question. Take out your phones. They've got calculators on them. So Is busts out this rotary phone and goes like, sir, I can't. I don't know where the calculator is. Hilarity. Next, so all these go in all these. Great, we get it. They don't fit so nicely in there, but sure, that's where they go. And then I don't know what they're trying to depict with that. I don't know what that is. Are those the stands? These things? These things go in here and in there. Is that these things? These is that picture of these things? I don't know. I feel like it'd be a total ripoff though if I didn't set one of these ships up for you, just so you can see are they different lengths? No, probably not. Let's get a ship out. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, we'll do one of the classic UFO looking ones. We'll put the stand in. Oh, that's not how you do it. Ryan's about to break the game. Nope, incorrect. What? Seriously, these aren't the stands for these ships? Are you kidding me? What am I doing wrong? Okay, we'll try this one. Okay, well that's like a better fit, slightly. And then here, and that doesn't fit into that at all. Yes, it does. All right, great. Here's what a ship looks like on a stand. I don't know if that works all that well, to be honest. I must be doing something wrong. It's keyed, so I got it backwards. All right, fantastic. Yay, ship on a stand. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm trying to print some of these actually for Terraforming Mars. You know, it comes with little ships with the colonies expansion, right? But they're like ships on the table, like for hobos. And there's no way you could ever picture them flying unless you had an acrylic stand like this. So actually, I bought a roll of PLA for my 3D printer, my FDM printer, and I tried printing it, and it didn't. It's like transparent, you know what I mean? Like it didn't turn out all that transparent at all, and I want it to be like smooth as glass, like this. So then I thought, well, I mean, might as well invite more cancer risk into my life. So I got resin to do it on the SLA printer. So I haven't quite cracked that open yet, but hopefully the resin printer gets a better finish. Alma says, do you think the game is going to be more or less complicated than this boxing? Yeah, I know, right? Like, how could learning it be any worse than trying to put it away? My word. Well, you've read the rule book, though. You can tell us all about it in the chat if you like. Because I don't know. Yeah, like, what some of this stuff actually is. I have no idea. Like, what did the creepy alien heads do? Why is it depicted as like a graboid over here, and it's like a floating space bust over here? I don't understand. What are these barriers? I guess you probably put them at the edges, I'm guessing, of hexes, and then you can't cross them or something like that. That's my guess. I've played board games before. Can't fool me. All right, more of these. I hope these all go in the same place, and I hope they're all the same size, and I hope I'm not doing this wrong, because sorting out later is going to be a PITA. Are these the only two boxes for these things? There's a lot of them. All right. I'm correct about the orange berries. Okay, so I do know one thing. One time I wanted to do a video where I just buy a game, throw out the rule book, and then do a video of me teaching people how to play it and playing the game, having no idea and just trying to like intuit from the pieces I see and having played board games before. I don't know if that would be at all entertaining or what, but as a thought that crossed my mind. And of course, if a thought crosses my mind, it comes out of my mouth, doesn't it? Yeah. Now, interestingly, all this stuff goes in the rest of this box, but this is where I'm going to ignore what's on the table, because I think this is where we have metal versions of all those things. So enamel painted metal structures. This is where most of the price, or the additional price I paid, went in. Was buying this thing. I don't know what this cost, but it's torrent nothing. I'm just demolishing it. I really liked, they did metal cubes for Anachrony, and those were very, very nice. I was very happy to receive those. Okay, so this looks like where gears go. So we'll put all the gear shaped things in here, which means we can get rid of them off the table. Great. So I'm going to take this bag and put all the gears as I go into the bag. This will go in my extra pieces bucket, which already contains many, many Mindclash pieces that have been upgraded from other games. So I was going to say about that painting fear. So I was really nervous to paint the figures from the exosuits from Anachrony, which look really cool, and they look amazing painted, but I didn't have the confidence right away. And then they shipped me like an extra set of them, Mindclash did. So I thought, man, I got no excuses now. They shipped me 2 sets of exosuits. So if I mess one up, but this is the other thing I didn't realize, is apparently it's not a huge deal to, like, if you screw up paint on a mini, it's not a big deal to strip the paint off using, I think, isopropyl alcohol. So even if you do mess up your mini and you screw up the eyeballs and the pupils or whatever, and your paint job is whack, there is going back. You're not up the creek. All right, that looks like the metals almost barely don't fit in there, but I think we got them all in. And then what's next? All the triangles go in there? All of them. Okay. All the triangles go in there, folks. Yikes. Oh, this is kind of like when you sleeve cards, right? And they plan the buckets around non-sleeve cards, and then your sleeve cards don't fit. If these don't fit, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Do I have to be less lackadaisical about how I know there's some peaks sticking up there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the lid back on. And then what goes in here? These things. So I don't think there are metal versions of the other things. Are there more flipping triangles that are supposed to go in there? That'd be bad if there are. I don't like that. But now I found the place where all the moon pieces go. Thank goodness. Thank my lucky stars. Get in there. Even the cardboard, it doesn't look like there's enough space for the... Oh, I'm not supposed to stack them, am I? That would be such a pain in the patoot. No, there's no way. There's no way. They just gotta go like that. They gotta. Come on. Come on, that's unreasonable. What's the worst board game you've ever had to put away? I'm trying to think. I've had a few doozies in my life. I mean, Castles of Burgundy is never fun. And games where... Oh, Cheryl's in the other room. She says Feast for Odin. Yeah, Feast for Odin's not fun, even with the insert that we printed. But the insert's really picky, and everything has to go in a specific spot. That's why I was making that image. I don't know, man. This is like, you ever hear that John Mulaney joke about pirate chests? Where he's like, I'm not going to do a good John Mulaney impression, but he's like, pirates need to get bigger treasure chests. Every single time you see a pirate treasure chest, there's this treasure spilling out over the edges. That is the situation right now. Look at this. How is this supposed to fit? What? No. They can't. So it can't go like that. It can't go like that. Do I have to stack them? Oh my gosh. Is Ryan gonna have to stack a card? Oh, yuck. Maracaibo is pretty bad. Maracaibo's bad for setup. It's bad for put away. And depending on who you talk to, bad for playing. But Maracaibo is going to be is by a designer called Alexander Pfister, and we were going to do. We still are. We're in the middle of it. We're in the middle of Pfister Fest. Pfister Fest is an exploration of games by Alexander Pfister. And whereas in the past I've devoted an entire month, like when we did the Uwe Rosenberg thing, 2 years in a row we did Uwe Rosenberg month. But then I was like, oh man, like I don't think I can get the Fister stuff done in a month. And I was right. So instead, I thought, well, Fisterfest can live inside of us all. The real Fisterfest is the friends we made along the way. So Fisterfest is still in progress. I had a few board game companies ship me a bunch of their games. Omelette loaned me a couple. A few other friends loaned me a couple. So I basically have Alexander Pfister's entire oeuvre of board games that I can play and review and comment on. And so Fisterfest, maybe in February, when I get the axe, get the boot from the video game thing, then I shouldn't talk like that, but maybe that happens. But then maybe I can refocus my energies on resurrecting Fisterfest. It was never dead. It's still alive. It's very much presently active. Fisterfest is. Okay, I'm putting these in stacks, but I don't see how they're going to go into the bin in any semblance of order at all. Like, you stand them up? Oh, maybe. Are those grooves? Like, they're supposed to... Yeah, okay, maybe. Interestingly, in the book, it shows 111, like 3 rows of them like that. Maybe that's just how you're supposed to put them on the table. I don't think that's possible to put them in the box like that. 111. Oh, such a mystery. You're going to take the 2s out of there. Okay, what if we did that? What if we went 1? No, you can't. There's no way. There's no way. I might need to phone a friend. Can you find a picture for me? Can you look it up? I'm just mystified as to how all this is supposed to fit in here logically. I don't know. By the way, out of shot. I don't have enough room on the table. Out of shot. I'm just stacking up all the 2s presently. Arkham Horror 3rd Edition is also pretty bad, you say, for setup or teardown. Isn't wondering, says Lego. Yeah, Lego, man. There are some noises you will never forget, and one of them is the sound of a big old plastic bin of Lego and just raking your fingers through it. That tinkly, plasticky sound of a murdered environment and everything made out of petrol, right? Fossil fuel-based plastic. Interestingly, I always preface stories with interestingly because I think I can make them more interesting by saying that. Maybe not. But I saw a guy on TikTok the other day who was taking Waluigi's wah sound and he was applying the international phonetic, not alphabet, but like ligatures, the symbols, to that sound effect so that, I guess, so that like archaeologists or anthropologists years in the future will be able to know what that sounded like if all the media doesn't persist, right? So I guess that's symbols that they use to preserve languages when there's no one around to speak them, I suppose, because letters don't always just do the trick telling us how to pronounce things. I thought that was interesting. But why did I bring it up? That's a great question. No idea. I would like to see some of those marks on some of the games put out by Board and Dice. How do you pronounce Tiletum? I know you have theories. I know there's a way that you probably pronounce it when you read the word. I have contacted people from the area because apparently it's an old name for a Danish town. Is it Danish? Dutch? I don't know. But I've contacted people on like TikTok and stuff, asking them how to pronounce that, and got no responses. I have no idea why. Get this weirdo out of here. Okay, let's see if we're picky about it, if these fit. I have doubts. 1, 2, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. 3, what on earth? Not even stacked like this is that going to go in there. guess I'll ram the... No, I can't even ram the 4s in. I give up on that. I don't know what they're thinking with that. Who the heck knows? But I'll sort through these little things. The rule book shows a lot more of these than I think I actually have on my table. Just curious. Maybe they're underneath these trays. These ones in here, I think these are going to fit. That's the real pisser too. This happened with Tricarian. I think what happened there was they had this expansion in the works. They knew they were doing it, or maybe they decided later, and they commissioned game trays, but they didn't know how big the expansion was going to be, or they didn't have it done yet. And so game trays just went ahead and they're like, we got to move, boys. So they went and did what they had to do to get the trays ready. And there was just no space in the box. No, I shouldn't say no space. I should say no dedicated space for the expansion. That's the Dawn of Technology expansion I'm talking about. Right, we need another bag to hold the hobo pieces that are not metal. It shall be banished. Banished from the game. You heard me. I said banished. Whew. I have an idea for the crescent shapes, but I need to draw it. Draw it. Draw it. You think... Okay, I'm going to tilt this a little bit here so you can see what's up. Okay, so you think, oh, I know how those will fit, but like, look at how... Ooh, this is going to be tricky. Look at how shallow that is. Like, they're cresting right at the top of that recess. So I don't know, unless they're supposed to... Some of them are supposed to go into another box. I don't know what's up. I'll take another look through the book and see if I missed anything, but if they don't fit, that's weird, man. That's weird and a bummer, and I think I would have seen somebody complaining about that, so I have to have it wrong. Have to. Wouldn't be the first time. I'm used to being the one who's wrong. We're almost at the real work of this project, which is getting those class together on the player wheels. Just feels like administrative work at this point. Or like, feels like I'm like a chimp in a research lab. Can you put all the shapes in the right holes? Scary skull pieces, hobo cardboard here. Yeah, this bin is overstuffed. I don't know. Like, there's no way any more of these are going to fit in here, yet there are more. Okay. This is a drag. Oh, there's more of these. Gee whiz. No, it's abundant. It's too much. Yeah, they probably told game trays, look, we need 40 of them to fit in here, and then they did a bunch of play tests because game trays needed to do their thing, and they're like, oh no, we said 40, it's actually 80. Game trays is like, tough nuts, we have a contract. I bet that's what happened. But this tray is a mess. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Hopefully I'm wrong. Let's keep exploring. Oh my word. Ah, ha 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 ha. Look at this. Is an asterisk right here with these things. It says divide the listed components into the two generic 2 trays. The 2 generic 2 trays. I think they just meant the 2 generic trays. But where are there's another tray that looks like that somewhere, maybe. Ah, yes. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness there's another one. Oh, we're saved. We're saved. We are saved. We are saved. Time to dump. Oh. You guys, I was really I had my doubts there that we were going to make it out of that one alive, but whew, we got it. Look how exciting this stream is now. This is just action-packed. Man, get out of there. There's room. Why would you cram in like that? Who told you to do that? Don't worry about it. There is space. This is what it felt like when I moved out of our little tiny condo in Toronto into a house. It's like, oh my god, I can extend my feet out in front of me. It was like getting upgraded on an airliner. Like, oh, I can stretch out and I don't have somebody's knees and my kidneys behind me. Great. Okay, lovely. And these. And why not some of these? Great, I feel a lot better. Yeah, way better. Those lids are gonna fit. Look at this. Oh, wait, what did I miss? Ah, great, because even these were overflowing too. I was worried about that. Oh, saved. Yes. All right. I cannot be the only person who did that like that. I can't be the only person who had that moment of fear and doubt, and then just that abject relief that it all worked out. All right. Okay, those are those done. And we're back. Cheryl in the next room will be happy to know that she belched while we were on break. But it will be caught on YouTube most likely, so enjoy that, YouTube viewers. Look at you get extra perks watching on YouTube. Got anything else for us there, Cheryl? No. Nope, that's it. All right. All right. Look, this is all. Look how much space I've got on this table. This is all coming together. Okay, I'm going to take this and this and this. I don't know what to do quite yet with the cards, so I'll put them over here. But now it's time for the reckoning. You knew this was coming. We're just boring a hole into the back of our brains this entire time, and now it is time to deal with the discs. Oh, what are you doing here? Vanished. Get into your box. The little skull bits, I don't know, but this is the main event, folks. So we're going to return to our player trays and hope that Ryan remembers what the email said about putting these in correctly. Hope against hope. I feel like I need a picture. Can I rotate them? Oh yeah, never mind. As you were off engineering the solution, it's Deus Ex Machina. It came in, no problem. Thank you, though. Okay. I need a picture. I need a picture, and I need an adult. Okay. Right. Okay. Yes. I'm going. You know what I'm going to do? I don't even want to attempt this until I read that email. You're going to see my eyes wander off the screen as I desperately search for the right browser window on a 3-monitor setup with my keyboard here. Okay, wait. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Voidfall. Update, Mindclash newsletter, update 21. It's going to be update number 21. No, I'm going to search Voidfall dials. Nope, nothing. Voidfall, shoot, I don't know how to find this. Voidfall, let's try update number 20. Companion app, okay, good. I'm going to go right to GameFound and I'm going to look for the update where they tell me what not to do with these dials. Great. Voidfall companion app, that's great. Official errata, U.S. Canada fulfillment, Israel fulfillment. hope they got their games, because who knows what's up in Israel these days. Go back to updates. So it's not that one. First development. I wonder if I can search. Okay. Start typing to search updates. Dial. Let's see what we get. Assembly finished. Freight ship names. First deliveries. Ship update number 2. Voidfall companion app. So there's 5. There's 5 updates that I have to check to find this one thing that tells me how to put these dials together. Okay. Israel fulfillment, European fulfillment. Fulfillment. Okay, so it's not update number 1 of these listed. I'll check the companion app one again. Companion app, iPhone, Android, Errata, US and Canada fulfillment. That was interesting. The fulfillment here, they were not happy. I forget the name of the company that went under, but it was their fulfillment partner, and so they had to like pick up someone in a pinch, and they went with a company called Whalebacker. And apparently, they didn't sound happy with. I found it. They didn't sound happy with the job that Whalebacker was doing. If you're looking, I don't know if I can paste this into chat, but I'll try anyway. Let me paste this into chat, and then you can look along with me. This is the update that I was looking for. Did that go? Let me know. So it says, before we dive into the region-by-region update of the fulfillment process, we'd like to clarify one thing about the assembly of the resource and influence dials. You need to use the same size pegs for both, but if you've already received your copy and opened it, you should have noticed that 2 different colors of pegs, they're calling them pegs. We know they mean nipples. 2 different colors of pegs are included in the box. It seemed logical to some of you that the light gray pegs, of which there are more, should be used for the resource dials, where the dark gray ones should be used for all the influence dials, and therefore the dark colors are different. However, we've calculated the number of these pegs so that the dark gray pegs should be placed in the bottom row when assembling the resource dials, while the influence dials should be assembled with the gray pegs. Below you'll find a photo of the dials as... Yeah, okay, good. That's all it was. Okay, all they're saying is they want us to take... Let me get back to OBS here. So there's just 2 different colors of dials. There's the light ones, and then there's dark ones. If you're using the dark ones, they go here, and then the light ones all go in here. That's fine. What I don't understand, though, is... maybe I can find a picture of this. So, okay, so we got dials. So let's sort them into colors. We've got I think that's what you're supposed to do. We've got the green ones, blue ones. Here's more green. Orange, yellow, pink, blue. Okay, green, pink. Purple, brown, pink. I'm hoping this will become obvious as I go. Brown, and I hope I'm not missing any of these dials. That would be a real drag, wouldn't it? Green. Blue. Brown, yellow. Okay. Interestingly, we've got 3 purples. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We got 7 pinks. Oh my word. How many of these things do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, starting to come together. Ah, yes. Okay. I'm seeing rhyme. I'm seeing reason. There's a brown one hiding with the yellows. Okay, so that means that there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, no, 9, 10, 11, 12, no way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Beautiful. Okay, beautiful. So the 9, 10, 11 are the ones that go on the little thing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Love it. Looking good. And finally, yellow and brown, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. What are you guys? You guys go on something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. I don't know what you are. We'll figure you out in a second. Great. Okay, great. 2 of the player boxes. Wait, I already did that. Green. Start with green. Okay. What I don't know, having not played the game, knowing nothing about the game, is... Okay. Let's see if I can sort it out. Okay. You got one of these that goes to 15, one of these that doesn't, with not an outer ring. Okay, I can figure this out. I'm smart enough. These 3 I know are going to go on the little board, no problem, and they all go up to the same number, so they're all identical. They all go up to 9. Great. Here, 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 and here. 4 and 4. Great. Looking at the picture again. Right. So on the green section, you've got one that goes here because you can see through the little window, and then the other one goes here. They don't fit that well. Yeah, they will. Don't worry, they will. Okay, like that. And then you got stuff that lines. Okay, great. Yep, we're ready to go. Assembly line. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Here, off to the races. Get out of here. Okay. So I'm gonna use light pegs. I'm gonna do this. And this. Now, this is gonna sound mentally ill, but do you ever sweat when you do these things? Do you ever sweat like which one goes on the top and which one goes on the bottom? Does the female part go on the bottom and the male part goes on the top? Well, that would be pretty patriarchal, wouldn't it? But that's generally what I do. I squeeze it through. If this is not the way you do it, I'm sorry. That's not going to go, though. Well, let's see if it wants to go like this. Yeah, okay. Pretty good. Oh, but I can't do that. It's got to be underneath. This is how I wrecked the dials in Perseverance. One of them anyway. Okay. It's got to go. It's got to go through like that. And then like this. And then this goes on the bottom. And we've got a dial, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a dial. Oh, it's so stiff. Oh, it's so stiff. But there's one. It's so stiff it makes me wonder if I did that right. Holy cow. I'm gonna try going the other way on this next one. Okay. So I'm gonna go up up through the butthole. Oh, that reminds me of the story I wanted to tell. It does really. About Boston. Oh, okay. So Boston. Here's the Boston airport story. Oh, these are so tight. This makes me wonder. It really does. Oh my gosh. I'm cocking this up. I'm going to go down through the top now. So I don't know if anyone's still got an ear cocked on the stream, but here's my Boston airport story. So I was coming home. I think it was Boston because I'm pretty sure I was coming home from PAX, a video game conference they have in Boston. And I don't, those security machines, the ones that like supposed security machines, the ones that like show you naked to the operator and like scan you, the big wraparound full body scanner things. So I read people casting aspersions on those, and they're like, oh, they cause cancer, and oh, that's alarmist and whatever. But like it wasn't too long ago that in shoe stores they had machines that would x-ray your foot so you could see how your foot looks inside shoes, and those certainly cause cancer because they were flipping x-rays with no lead shielding or protection or anything for the people they were aiming them at. So moms and dogs would walk into the shoe store, get their feet x-rayed, and everyone thought it was a good idea until they discovered it wasn't. So I don't know. The other thing about that technology was that 9/11 happened, and then air travel got like, oh, did I put paint? Oh my god. Oh, I shouldn't have tried to tell the Boston story while I was trying to put these dials together. And now I've really messed it up. This is what happened in Perseverance. Okay. How do I unmess this up without totally pooching? I will tell the Boston story, I promise, but now I have a crisis. Oh my gosh. all because of the Boston story. Where is the knife? Knife? Should I use a knife? Should I use my teeth? What do I do? What do I do? How do I get these apart? Oh no, I'm bending the cardboard. That's bad. Oh man. Cheryl dear,
Yes, darling.
would you be so kind as to get a thing for me?
No!
No? All right, good on you. I'd say no as well. Would you be able to grab me a butter knife? I've done something dumb. 2 butter knives, actually.
2?
It's a 2 butter knife situation.
It's a 2 butter knife dumb situation?
Yeah, it's 2 butter knives. That's how dumb I am.
No. What did you do?
I attached a dial clasp with the wrong color on the dial because I was trying to tell the Boston story.
Oh gosh.
And I lost focus. Okay. This time, once more with feeling. Flathead screwdriver? Yeah, I'm going to use butter knives. But you're right. Yeah, something like that.
Are you sure you don't want me to get like the mini screwdrivers?
I'll tell you what. As with everything, Cher going to fix it. So these have dials that go all the way down.
Yeah.
Green, yellow, not pink. I put the pink dial behind it. So I need these pried apart.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully with as little cardboard damage as possible.
Yeah, of course.
Cheryl's amazing. Watch, she'll figure it out. Thank you, Cheryl.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'll try not to screw this one up. All right. Back to the Boston story. So,
These are right together, right?
yeah, they really are. They're really, really, really tight.
Oh dear.
I know. So, I mean, these machines, they rolled out post 9/11, and they kind of like came out quick. It was like 9/11 happened, then a year later they're like, oh, by the way, we have full body scanner technology. And it's like, really? Did you always have that, or did you kind of rush that? Did you just? It seemed really fast, so I didn't trust it. So whenever I go to the airport and they're walking people through those things, I say no, thank you, and they say, well, we have to make sure that you don't have a submachine gun down your pants, so we're gonna have to do something. I'm like, what are you gonna do? So what you got to do is when you go through and you say no to that machine, they give you what they call an optional pat down. Given the option, I would like nothing, thank you. But yeah, they call it an optional pat down. So I'm going through the Boston airport, and I know now. By now, I've done it a bunch of times, right? So I get up to that machine, I'm like OPD, and the TSA guy goes, "Yeah, you know me," and they go, OPD, right? So they call it out because they need some other staffer to come and do this pain in the ass optional pat down for the big schmo who won't go through the machine. That's me. I'm the big schmo in the story. So I go through. They usher me through some other subsection of the plate. You can just walk through it. You just walk. It's nothing stopping you except the people, the armed guards. So they escort me over to this other area, and I'm waiting because they got to get somebody to do it. So they assign this guy to me. He's a Boston guy. He's a young guy. He was a guy, I guess, like slightly younger than I was at the time. And he's like, you need an OPD? I'm like, yeah, optional pat down. He goes, yeah, okay. He's like, and he's all surly about it. He's like, put your arms out. I'm like, okay. Da, right? And then, he gets down to, wait, there's an ad starting. So you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait to hear the rest of the story. I'm going to keep you on tenterhooks while I just silently put this piece together. And I'll finish the Boston story in just under a minute. The ad is starting, so let's not let's not bury the end of the story. Okay, I know my colors. I can do it. This green one goes here. This green one goes here. What is the next color? The next color is yellow. This yellow one goes over here. This yellow one goes over here. What is the next color? The next color is, I want to say pink. So pink thing goes here. Other pink thing goes here. Right? I think I'm doing this right, am I not? And then let's try to screw it up. Let's try to screw it up. So if I put this one on this side, it wouldn't be very good. Yeah, so I'm doing it right. Okay. So this one goes here, and this one goes here. You know what? I'm not even, this is what I recommend you do too. I'm not even going to put the bottoms on. I'm just going to keep it like that, just so I make sure that I got them all copacetic before I make any big commitments. Ad starting soon, 15 seconds. Get ready. Get ready for an ad. What are they going to sell you? I know, but you better buy it. You've got no choice. It's Jeff Bezos' world now, baby. Ad break is over. I hope you all enjoyed your 1-minute capitalist indoctrination. We're back. Now, the thrilling conclusion of the Boston airport story. So the guy pulls me aside. And he's like, oh, optional pat down. I'm like, yeah, okay, put your arms up. I'm like, oh, okay, da-da-da. He does all my arms. He does my armpits. He goes down my tickly bits. I'm like, tee or whatever. And he gets down to my waist. And then he starts, patting my legs down. And there's not a great gulf fixed between optional pat down and getting felt up. So he's like all up my leg and all up my other leg, and hands are contacting bits that used to be higher on my body, but with age they ain't. And it's it's not super comfortable for me, not super comfortable for him. I could tell he hates doing it. Like, he's low on the totem pole, and his boss is just like, you're doing all the optional pat downs tonight. This is like disciplinary procedure. Anyway, to break the tension, to introduce levity to the situation, I say to the guy, hey, can I get a happy ending? And that doesn't go over as well as you think it might, because I don't know, in Boston, I don't know if it's a Boston thing or if it's this particular guy thing, but I think people who get into this line of work are kind of like the same people who would study to be cops, or maybe the TSA people are the people who flunked out of cop school. I don't know, but this guy, and I do stereotype those types of dudes, but this guy was not a dude who wanted to hear a comment like that, anything like it. So he, when I say it, his face just falls, and at first he's shocked, and then quite quickly after he's mad, like big mad, like kind of like homophobic mad, you know what I mean? Like, just kind of like, what you say to me? And kind of thing. And he gets like real puffed up, and he's just like, oh, he gets like super angry, like he's gonna do something. And I'm like, and I'm like, oh, I gotta keep my cool. If I don't talk my way out of this, I could end up in a flipping gulag. I'll be in Guantanamo or something, because I'm not American, and they're not nice to anybody who's not American. I don't imagine they're nice to Americans either, but this is the TSA we're talking about. So I was like, quick breath, and I'm like, okay. I looked at him, I said, what do you want this job to be like? Like, do you want to work with and have to deal with friendly, funny members of the public who are just trying to make the day go a bit breezier and trying to lighten the mood? Or do you want it to be all dour and serious all the time with everybody with frowns on their faces? And somehow that little mini pep talk must have worked on him. I don't know what's up, but somehow he kind of like took the tension out of the room, and it was a big room. We're in the airport, and he finishes the pat down, and he's like, yeah, okay, yeah, there you go. There's your happy ending. There's better. He was trying to joke around, but you could tell he kind of didn't have the neurons to rub together to do the jokes. But you could tell that he was kind of like on board with the jocularity that I was trying to introduce the proceedings. So tension diffused. I didn't get my lights punched out. I'm still counting the days. I feel like I'm going to have mines. I have that little flip counter. Like, it's been this many days since an accident. I feel like all my life after this running thing, it's been this many days since Ryan's received a punch in the face, and it's as many days as I've lived somehow, miraculously. And that is the Boston airport story. I just realized this whole time I should have been putting the blues down here, and I don't know why it didn't dawn on me, because it looks very blue. So let's get these ones going as well. There's the blue. This is where you get everyone to sub so they can hear the story. Yeah, I should have just left it on that big cliffhanger and be like, I'm gonna tell you during the break. That'd be mean. No, actually, I don't want you to sub or pay any money to Jeff Bezos or be like, oh, Ryan's streaming again, because like I say, I'm embroiled in this video game that I'm developing, and I can't tell you the next time I'll be streaming. I will hint at a few things that are going on behind the scenes. If you're a backer, then I can't shut up about what's going on behind the scenes, so you know what's up. But basically, I've taken on a project for Knights Around the Table that is very meaty. Think about the most complicated board games ever on Board Game Geek, and I'm making the video for one of those. So yeah, are you amazing?
Yeah, I got it. You can pull them off, actually, but here's the things. The butter knives, no go. Nails, and just
fingernails and just effort.
Yeah.
Cheryl, the hero, once again. Oh my gosh, thank you, Cheryl. You saved my bacon. She's amazing, isn't she? Is there anything she can't do? Answer, no, she can do it all. I was about to put those nubbins back on without removing the pig. I know. I'm sorry. It was difficult. I'm sure we cannot be the only ones. So look, we've shown the range of human experience here on the stream tonight. If you got this project ahead of you, watch my mistakes and don't repeat them, because maybe you aren't lucky enough to have a Cheryl at home to bail your butt out when you do dumb things. Cheryl did not bail my butt out at the Boston airport. Somehow I did that all by my lonesome. So sometimes my charm gets me through, but like I say, since Ryan's been punched in the face, boom, every morning I wake up, I'm like, really? Is the number still going up? That's amazing. Great. Yeah, so I say, yeah, don't subscribe to me here on Twitch. On YouTube, that's fine. I'll continue making YouTube content, but I can't guarantee what's up with streams. It's really hard too. Like, I used to stream, during kind of work hours on a Tuesday afternoon, and I can't exactly pull that off anymore. Unless I negotiated somehow. But yeah, things are a little bit different this year than they have been in past years. Well, we're almost through this whole momentous task. Mm-hmm. I have to take me a little bit of drink. Who likes lukewarm San Pellegrino? Oh, me. Tart. Why am I drinking San Pellegrino, you ask? Because the other day, a few months ago really, but whenever stand-up comedians, of which I am not one, tell stories, this story happened just the other day, because I just think it's more interesting if it went down like that. The other day, as I was saying, excuse me. Oh, I just realized I'm doing something very wrong. Maybe you're doing the same thing when you're putting this together. Look what I've done. Okay, there are 4 of these blue dials that look a certain way, and then 3 that look a different way. And so this is why I'm glad that I didn't put the bottom bottom nubbin on. Let me just arrange my blue dials over here correctly. The left one is easy to suss out, but this one... Aha! Sneaky, sneaky. Putting the wrong dials in the wrong places again. Okay, so when you do this, you got to be really careful. There are light blue dials that are going to go on the player board. Separate those, take them, and put them away so you don't get confused like I am. And then there are these darker, dingier blue dials, and those are the ones that go on the player boards. Great. What was the story that I was telling? Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Short time ago, I experienced the worst pain I've ever experienced in my entire life. I woke up with a... this is really personal information, but I'm telling you, just in case you've experienced it yourself. I'll continue the story in a moment. Let's just double check my work here. We'll do the last ones and make sure that we've got everything. You know what? I'm not going to do these. We got three, and we got three in order to go on the player boards. I'm happy about that. Let's just double check this work. We've got... We can see. Green, yellow, pink, brown, blue. 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 Looks good. Green, yellow, pink, brown, blue. 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 I'm happy. Let's start snapping them in and finalizing this thing. So I woke up with a... not a tingling, more of a stinging in the place you don't want anything to sting you. And I was like, oh, that's weird. So I got up and I went to the bathroom, and that wasn't all that fun either. And I was like, what's going on? I went back to bed. I'm like, oh man, my side is starting to hurt. Really hurting. I tried to fall back asleep, but it wasn't happening. It was just like the pain was getting kind of worse and worse and worse and worse until it was really bad. And then it kind of like eased off. I was like, oh, thank goodness I can go back to sleep. That was really uncomfortable. And then the pain returned, and it started doing this again, like slowly ramping up until I was like, whoo, I was to the other side. Oh my gosh, crescendoed, and then just kind of like fell off again. I'm like, what the hell is this? Am I pregnant? Am I pragnorant? Am I having a baby? Because it felt like contractions. And if you've ever experienced this or have a loved one who has, you know exactly what was happening. And I had to like sit there in bed, like, try not to wake her up, like Googling it to find out what the problem was. The problem, I think, and this was never confirmed by a doctor, but I described to them the symptoms, and it's hard for them to disagree. I think that's what kidney stones are like. When you're like passing a kidney stone and you have some kind of an obstruction, it's like this cresting, these waves of like craziest, most intense pain you've ever experienced, and then it just falls off. And then like, whoa, my gosh, and it falls off about 15 minutes apart. Oh, mind-bogglingly painful, worst pain I've ever experienced in my entire life. So as I was Googling, like, I was thinking, I got to like drive myself to the hospital. But then as the pain got worse, I pictured myself like in the car and like pulling up outside the hospital, not able to park, just like opening the door and like rolling out as my car went down the hill because our emergency ward's on a hill. So it was bad news. And I decided, hospital's not the thing. I had to wake Cheryl up because maybe she had to drive me. And then as I was Googling, it looked like it might have been like a kidney stone kind of thing. I'm like, this is awful. And then it said like the only thing that will work is if you like get in the shower and zap it with hot water. So I got in the shower and it was so bad. It was like pain so bad. I've rarely experienced pain so bad where I felt like I was gonna barf. But this was it, right? Only time, like if I get kicked in the gonads, I get pain that bad. But yeah, it was really bad. And I was in the shower for like 45 minutes to an hour. And the longer it went, like first I was standing, and then I was like, and I was like kneeling in the shower. And then I had to like sit in the shower, and then like sitting was too much. So I was like almost to my side in the shower. And I thought, man, this is how I go down. I drown in like an inch of shower water. This is upsetting. This entire story, folks, is brought to you by my inexplicable need to tell you why I'm drinking San Pellegrino right now. Because apparently one of the things that will help break up kidney stones if you got them is lemon juice. But nobody just wants to drink straight lemon juice. We might as well make sport of it. So I got cases of limonada, and that's how I'm getting my lemon juice. Because why do anything if it's not just laced with an inappropriate amount of sugar? And you know what? There really isn't such thing as an inappropriate amount of sugar, is there? There's only glorious sugar. Great. Cool. Oh, one more. Not done yet. The gray ones. Hey, you gotta say goodnight, says he's wondering. Good luck with the rest of the box bits. Thanks so much. Thanks for joining us. I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed my almost got killed at the Boston airport story and my weird kidney stone story. We'll see you again, hopefully in person sometime soon. We were supposed to get together, but you know, adulting is hard. It's hard. It's hard to see people. It's hard to make time for all the people. Especially, like, seriously, like, this COVID stuff. I don't know about you guys. I'm a little more cautious than the next guy, I guess. I'm a little bit more of a, strangely, you wouldn't think it, but sort of a more of a rule follower. It's the board game side of me, but, like, I'm the only one, it seems like, in stores, apart from maybe one employee who's still wearing a mask when I go in stores. And that's just because I keep hearing these stories about COVID and how, like, it gives you brain damage. I'm like, man, there's one thing I can't afford in my life. It's brain damage. Already, the one I've got doesn't feel like it's working, like, up to snuff, so I don't want anything else to happen to it. So, yeah, I'm still masking. So you get 3 dials left over that go into your little player things, and I think the lighter colored clasps are the more appropriate ones for this task. Beautiful. Beautiful. You get one of these. Blajam. And you get a lid on you. Blazango. Lovely. Complete. I think. I don't know what these are for, but we'll figure it out. Okay, that one's good. There are these things that I wanted to print, or I did print for Caverna. Your little dwarfs have weapons. And instead of putting dials on the dwarfs, which would have been the super smart thing to do, they made the dwarfs little discs, and you have to put a cardboard shit under, and your weapons can go up to 12. So instead of a simple dial with these clasps, I don't know if it was cheaper or what, but they made just like a bazillion chits with numbers 2 to 12 on them or something like that. And so you have a million pieces of cardboard. It's really annoying to have to fish through the pile to find the right number to upgrade your dwarf's weapon. I don't like it at all. So I somebody made on Thingiverse kind of like, oh, these are so stiff, kind of like a what do you call it, hero clicks kind of thing for the dwarfs in Caverna. And I printed it on my crummy printer, and it just never really worked out that well. And so I thought, when I upgraded my printer, I thought, oh, now is the day. Today's the day. I can print all the stuff that never worked out. And so I went and print those, and they still don't work. They weren't good at all. The other thing was that I was trying to, on my crummy printer, I was printing borders for Food Chain Magnet. If you saw, there's a crowdfunding campaign out now or coming up soon for Food Chain Magnet. And one of the things, you got all these tiles that don't like stay together on the table. So I went and I printed these borders that somebody had made on Thingiverse, and they puzzle pieced together. And on my crummy printer, it lacked the fidelity to make them puzzle piece together properly, so they didn't work. Then I did them on my new printer, and they still didn't work. So it's the design's fault. So not everything is your crummy printer's fault, just in case you've got a crummy printer like I used to. We're going to break for an ad in 15 seconds. I got that story out in time. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I'd love a little beep to warn me. That would be nice. It'd be like, beep, ad time. So yammer all the way through it. I'll yammer at you later. And we're back. So we're really getting down to it now. There's just a couple of mystery pieces floating around. So first I'm going to deal with the nursery. This is the thing that comes with the Churchy Junior promo pack. That pack it was cool. It's cool so far. I've already played with one thing from it. It came with cats for Tekkenu, and the cats are little meeples that are sort of cut so that they can sit on the houses. So I forget what happens when a cat sits on a house in Tekkenu, but we're going to play it this weekend, so I'll be reminded. So here's the tile, and that's going to go in here. Now, it's got this square tile, and I don't know where the square tile is going to go, so I'm going to keep that to the side for the moment. What else we got going on? Yeah, a couple of mysteries that I'm going to sort through right now. So, the boards go in here. How do the boards go in here? It says find the order of the boards in the tray overview sheet. Where's the tray overview sheet? Is this the tray overview sheet? It doesn't say tray overview sheet. Yes, it does. Tray over. So it says that this is this. No, it's not. This is this. So what goes in here? It says a crisis board, 14 house mats, a galactic board, and 4 triple layer player boards. All right, let's do it. Hop 2. So here are the 14. This must be it's either going to be a crisis board or it's going to be the other the galactic board. So you get a one thing, the 14 things, and then one unique looking thing. So does the unique looking thing go on the bottom? Yes, it do. Do the 14 things go on top of that? Let's find out. Yes, they do. They fit beautifully. Does the next unique thing go on top of that? We can only assume that it does. And finally, the 4 triple layered player boards go in there, notching in nicely with a beautiful little corner cut, and that's good for that. That's a lot of finger space in there. I'm surprised. And what's this situation? What's supposed to go in there? I don't know. Let's keep exploring. Okay. Interesting. So these are the upgraded bits. The technology tableau and the agenda offer can be arranged neatly into their separate trays, with the agenda board fitting to be inserted in the middle of the agenda offer tray as shown below. I don't understand the picture, but that's fine. During gameplay, you might want to read and compare the available technologies and agendas. Instead of taking the cards one at a time in your hand to read, grab the entire tray. Sounds good to me. I don't quite get how they go. Is that a different thing? Yeah, that's this. The technology tableau and the agenda offer. So if I knew how to play the game, I know what they were talking about. It's those cards. We got 5 decks of cards to like figure out how they're supposed to go. I don't know if you're supposed to set that up now though. I don't know. But they're talking about that, and they're talking about this thing right here. This thing right here. So that you're gonna put some cards out and have that on the table. It's gotten a little bit warped since I began this whole process. Great. This, you're a mystery. I don't know where you go. You little skull things. I didn't see you mentioned anywhere, but yeah, I've been accused of being inobservant before. Unobservant. Here we go. Let's find out. Let's hunt them down. Are you skulls? Oh man, there's like a whole pile of stuff over here that we didn't put in here as well. All that stuff we haven't fished out of the decks. Just no sign of these. No sign of these skulls, but there's some other places where cards got to go too. So let's. The skulls though, what a mystery. What a mystery. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Where do the skulls go? What are the skulls called? I don't know. Oh, okay. The cats, yes, the cats let you evaluate the building as if you placed it. Oh, yes, they let you like steal pointeroonies, don't they? And the owner gets a little bonus. I forget what the bonus is that the owner gets. You were the only one using the cats. You used the cats twice when we played. The rest of us were anti-cat. I'm going to do the smart thing and look at the backs of these cards. 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. So those look like they all go together. Flip these over. These are all birds of a feather. That's what those look like. I'm going to turn them sideways. These ones have a different symbol on them. It's a little link symbol. I'll put them over here. And these guys have a dot in the middle. So we'll see that they all go together. And then these ones are unique, and I'll put them by themselves. This is a 1, so it's going to go with the other ones. And these 3 are skulls. Skulls and skulls. So I'm going to keep those sort of together, the skulls and the skulls, over on their own little side of the table over here. Great. We're fishing for these cards that they want in the player boxes, though. That's step next. And they're going to be... I hope they're going to be in some of these. But there's also those big cards they mentioned on this last page. These guys. They're brown, they're big. That's what they showed in the upgraded components. So where are those? Where are those? It's not this. It's not this. I open up 2 packs of cards. Where could they be? Where does this go? Oh my gosh, mysteries. Huh. Oh, I feel like we're close though. We're so close. Okay. Let's just start indiscriminately opening cards until we solve the mystery. Where? Maybe they're little. Maybe they're little, and that's why we can't find them. Why I can't find them. I shouldn't rope you into this at all. What are you? Are you the cards that we've been looking for? Turn it into a show tune. I'm auditioning for a show soon. I'm going to audition for Into the Woods at a local community theater. That's one thing I missed about not living here in the burbs, is that all the theaters in Toronto, where we were living, were professional. So a total no-talent hack like me couldn't get a role in anything. But I can in Oshawa. So, and I will. I'll try anyway. Or I'll die trying. We'll see. What are you? I don't know. I'll look at your backs. No clue. Okay. Possibly what we need. Is that possibly house name? No. Centuries? No. They're going to be, these are landscape. What we're looking for are vertical. Okay, cool. But we're narrowing it down. Uh-oh. There we go. What have we got? These have the 0 backs, which match the zeros and 3s, which match these other ones that we just saw, which are over here. I'll put those all together. I hope that was okay. Aha! 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 Yes! We found what we needed. So it's, yeah, all of these are to go into this guy up here. All these alien stuff. Ooh, that's a bad noise. Don't make that noise. Great. Cool. Now we're still hunting down. That's most card packs open, which is 2 more to go. Ah, here's all the stuff that we need. Look, here's the stuff that we need for the player boxes. What else was the Churchy Junior promo pack? A couple of things for games that I've never heard of. One of them for a game that I never heard of, but I've heard of, but it made me want to play it even more. So it worked. Okay. House name. Technology name. 1 fallen house card, 2 origin cards, 4 basic and improved 2x technology cards, and 0 to 2. 0 to 2. What are you doing to me? House faction cards. All right, it's really hard if you don't know how to play the game and have purposely been avoiding looking at things. These are technologies, I'm guessing. Robotic Centuries, Deep Space Missiles. I don't see any house names on any of these, so I'm just going to put them aside for the moment. Okay. It'd be nice if they showed the symbol on the card back, but it's too much to ask for, I guess. Okay. One of the things that you got to do when you're designing a video game is worry your little face off about first-time user experience and how to train people to play your game, because if you've never made a game before, here's something that always happens. You make a portion of it and you're like, oh yeah, this is totally good, this makes sense, this is gonna be fun, and then you put somebody in front of it and they're just like, I don't know what to do, and you're like, what, are you serious? And click the whatever button. They're like, what's the whatever button? You're like, oh no. And then they proceed to like click on things they shouldn't click on in the wrong times, in the wrong orders, and they break things, and you're just sitting there like mortified. It's like watching like a toddler play with like your expensive Rolex or Ferrari or something. It's awful, and it's humbling, and it happens every time you make a game. And I'm sure it's the same with board games and this kind of thing. Great. So we found house names. 1 fallen house card. How do I know what a fallen house looks like? I would assume that they have shattered symbols on them. Okay, so let's see if there's 4 of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, no good. I tried. All right. Okay. These are technologies, but again, I don't. Okay. Okay. Let me read this very closely. The house trays are 14 identical containers where you can place various components that belong to the same house. Okay, so I've got to sort by house. No problem. I can do. Oh, so there's 14 of them. There's not supposed to be. Okay. Oh, yeah, 14 of them. Okay. So, okay. Cool. So, okay. So, Thigwin. These are pronounced fantasy names. Cortazar, Volnus, Belliton, Xenob. I'm going to put the, I don't know what to do here. I'm going to put the fallen ones, what I think of the fallen ones over here. Dunlork, Shivius, Yarvel, Nervo, Astran, Fenrax, Cradmore, Marquelos, and Novaris. Well, some of them have smashies on them, and some of them don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's the 14 of them. Okay. So this is this little piece of busy work. You gotta put all that, but okay. So those are fine. Those are all those. So that's that fallen house card. I think I don't know why some of them have smashes and some don't, but I'm sure there's a great reason for it. And then 2 times origin cards. Plus the Marquelos have an extra agenda card. Okay, great. So 2 times house cards. What do those look like? They're sideways. So it's none of those. Might be these. I don't think so. It's not. Might be these. Looking for those symbols. These are very purpley cards. I feel like I'm barking up the right tree, and I am wrong. It's not those. Great. I think these are technologies per faction, so I'm feeling pretty good about these. In fact, let me count them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And why do they loop then? I don't know. I just don't know. Just looking for those purple ones. Oh, what a nightmare. I already looked through these. I think I have. You too can enjoy board games. They've got the icon on there. These are the ones we're looking for. Even though I can't find a card that looks like that one that they're showing. Because these are black cards. I can't find one that looks like that. Unless they're big. Are they big? Oh, these have houses on them. That's good. That's good. Right, so those are gonna go in there, but the ones we're looking for are little, and they're portrait. I mean landscape. They're landscape. Okay. None of these are landscape. It's none of those. None of these are landscape. It's none of those. These are landscape, but none of them look like the picture. So it's none of those. These are landscape. None of them look like the picture. So it's none of those. These are portraits. And none of them look like the picture. It's not those. Well, I don't know. Mission failure. It sucks too because it's like the second card that goes down. So when I find them, I'm gonna have to like rearrange everything. Oh well, off we go. Okay. House. I'm going to put them in alphabetical order now. Seems crazy. K, F, D, N, Z, B, C, A, T, N, Z, yes, I'm Canadian, V. Here's another thing about video games. I was working on a game where I did this. I created a bunch of like fictitious names for phony monsters that obviously don't exist in real life. And then somebody said like, I don't know, somebody told me, or if I clued in, I'm like, oh shoot, I should double check these to make sure that they're not like swears in a language I don't speak, or if they're not like slang for something I'm not hip enough to know about. So I went and I looked up a monster name on an Urban Dictionary, and like, oh man, the monster name that I had picked was on Urban Dictionary and it meant something really rude. So I'm like, oh no, I gotta change that monster name. And then I went to the second monster name and I looked it up on Urban Dictionary, and it was on Urban Dictionary and it meant something really rude. I'm like, oh no. And every single monster name that I had come up with, I checked on Urban Dictionary and it meant something filthy. And so then I was like, oh, that's not my problem. That's Urban Dictionary. So then I thought, oh, it'd be kind of funny to name all the monsters after, like, go the opposite way. Find really dirty things in Urban Dictionary, then name your monsters after them, and then see who notices. And when they notice, you'd be like, wait a second, how do you know that? Great. It's just like assembly line process this. Get this out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to have room, so I'm going to move this. Look. Spatial. This tray is cracked at the bottom, though, which kind of stinks. In getting this out of here, I'm worried I'm going to wreck it more. Okay. 2, 4. I'm going to go 3 deep. 3, 6, 9. Why is my camera off kilter? Blink. Blink. Much better. 3, 6, 9. 12. Oh, I see. They don't all have lids. They just put one lid and the rest of them stack underneath. Great. Okay, great. Great, everybody's home. And then the card that I can't find, and I'm going to have to go crack these open again and find it. And then what's next? Asterisk, or Asteran. It's whatever that card is. Oh no. It feels like I need those cards to do the next part, because those cards mention 2 technologies. Oh my gosh. What am I going to do? Am I missing a deck or something? Oh man, let me look around. Not under there. It's not down here. These are all the tiles. Okay, it's not there. Not there. It's not. I don't. Oh, it is these ones. It's the big. No, it's not the big ones. The big ones go on at the end. No, yeah, it's none of those. Okay. Maybe I put too many of these in a tray and it's some of these. No such luck. It's none of those. Okay. Okay. Those are ships. I'm gonna make room on the floor for the really. I gotta take these off. It's too heavy for this dodgy tray. Okay. Feels like I don't know, man. Is it in plain sight and I've just not noticed it the entire time? Oh no. Guys, I might be at a sticking point. I thought I was sunk before, but sorry, my earplug came out. I thought I was sunk before, but this is really like when the one bucket was overflowing. I thought that was it. That was the end. But now I'm really thinking like, how do we overcome this bit? Let me stare at the picture. Such small pictures. Let me look one more time. So it's a card. It's mostly black. It's got purple at the top. It's got the house name. It's got what looks like a yellow submarine on it. I haven't seen that card. Have I? Have you? Where's that card? Is that a portion of a card? Are they zooming in? Is that what's up? Yeah. I think that's what's up. No. Huh. Is it possible that that's like an old design? Because no, that I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Huh. Two times orange cards. I'm just going to look at the manifest and identify all of the decks. That's what I'm going to do. Where are you, manifest? You're the glossary. You're the rule book. Here we go. What am I looking for? Okay. 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 I'm going to lay these out just like they are in the rule book. Get your ones. You got your twos. And you got your threes. Great. What else you got? You got 0, 1, 2, 3 with the fire looking thing on the back. 0, 1, 2, 3. That's that whole stack. Zeros, threes. Let's put those in order for S's and G's. Threes. Twos. Ones. Great. That's that whole deck covered. Crisis board, good, we got it. Joint focus, yep, and heroic focus, yes. 6 times situation cards, we just did those. War cards, that's these ones, okay. Fine. Catastrophe tokens, those are the skulls. I don't know where they go. We got 3 of them. Harbinger tokens, 10 of them. I don't recognize those at all. Safe haven tiles, got them. Difficulty setup aid cards. Difficulty setup aid cards. Difficulty setup aid cards. Difficulty setup aid card. Okay, house focus cards. We got those. Okay, good. Backs are identical to standard focus cards. Okay, fine. Technology cards have the black and white background with the symbol on it. So there's the black one. Got it. Okay. And the white one. There's the white one. Got them. Black and white, both taken care of. Galactic event cards with a 1, 2. Look! I turned the deck over and I found it. All right, I did it. Yes. I don't know why I couldn't find it in a million other times I scoured through that. Okay, great. Back in business. Off you go. Off you go. You've served your purpose. Oh, man. As Cheryl can attest, there's one skill I don't possess, and I haven't possessed it all my life, and no matter how much I try to develop it, it goes nowhere, and that's the skill of finding a thing when there's a million things. It's you just witnessed my complete and utter inability to do that. Okay, so there's 2 origin cards for each of these 14 houses, and Markelos has an extra agenda card. Fine. It's just sort. So you are House Falmouth. This is where all my work. So there's 2 of them. So shields and escape pods, and then House. This is where my alphabetization is going to come in major handy. Dunlork. I love these faction names. They're goofy. House Dunlork. House Cortazar. House Xenor. Thegwin or Tegwin. It's anything. They're fantasy. You can pronounce them however you want. However, Teotihuacan is not fantasy. It was a real place, and I would like to know how to pronounce it properly. Yarvek. Nervo. You got a lot of Nervo. Storan. Fenrax. And if you're wondering why I'm being so sloppy, it's because I need to see those technology names next, I think. Markelos. Novaris. Okay. And is Markelos the one that's got the extra card? Is that what it said? Markelos has an extra agenda card. I'm assuming that's this. Markelos. So we'll throw that in there. And then we go to the technologies, and it says 4 basic and improved, 4 times basic and improved 2x technology cards. 2 separate technologies. What does that mean? 4x basic. Whew. Okay. That's a little mind melt. So 56 basic and 28 improved. So the improved are the white ones. The black ones are the basic ones. So everybody gets 4 basic. So it's weird the way they've written that. They say 4x basic and improved 2x. Shouldn't it be 4x basic and 2x improved? Come on now. So 4x basic, maybe not though, and improved. So maybe it's 4 times basic and improved 2 times technology cards. 2 separate technologies. Well, let's just dig through and find out what we can find out. Okay. There's some interloping card in the middle of this. Okay, what do we got? We got shields. Like, do you get all the shields? Shields and escape pods. Oh my god. This is like a one-time thing though, right? Omelette hasn't played Varys, but Omelette has read the rule book. I think this week actually. And has determined it to be less complicated than Eclipse, which sounds insane. Data refinery. Like to play, I mean. Data refinery. Targeting. Energy cells. Orbital ducts. Star bases. Torpedoes. Thank goodness they're in some sort of order. I don't quite know what order that is, but cloning. Certainly not alphabetical. Cloning, destroyers. Neuromatrix. Neuromatrix. Terraforming. decontamination chambers, and dreadnoughts, hyperdrive, tactical transports, arc ships, arc ships, arc ships, robotics, sentries. I'm glad they're in pairs like this. Deep space missiles, carriers, central surveillance, purifier, salvage scanner, trade nexus, autonomous drones, cybernetics, combat replicators, deck 2, shields. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Shields, escape pods. Yeah. Data refinery, targeting, energy cells, orbital docks, star bases. Now I'm beginning to think that alphabetical was a stupid idea. But how do you know until you do the stupid thing? Cloning. Neural matrix. Decontamination, dreadnoughts, those are over here. The D's, hyperdrive and tactical transports. Hyperdrive, tactical transports, arc ships and robotics. Sentries and deep space. Nope. 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 Man, we'll come back to you. Carriers. Here's the sentries. Carriers, central, purifier. Purifier. Once again, I think this is a one-time. I hope to God this is a one-time thing. Purifier. Where's the last one that I haven't put stuff on yet? Okay. Great. Looking. I feel like I'm sorting out like party favor bags for an 8-year-old's birthday party. It's like a really brainy 8-year-old. All right. So interestingly, now that I've got those all sorted, I want to reread this and ask them what they're talking about. 4 times basic and improved, 2 times technology cards. So how many cards total? 6. Yeah, it's 4 and 2. Yeah, so this just, they typed it weirdly. Copy editing problem. And then 0 to 2 times house focus cards. Let's see how we know whether it's 0 or 2. And then house focus card looks like, I'm thinking it's the one with the thing on the house focus cards is these ones. Okay, so 0 to 2. So Xenor gets to Thegwin. Now I can't see the name of the friggin' thing anymore. Great. Thegwin. Are you Thegwin? Are you my Thegwin? Nope, you're Shivius, so that means you must be Thegwin because I've got you in, yes, alphabetical order. Okay. You are Shivius. House Shivius. You are Yarvek, which has to be second last letter in the alphabet. sort you out. Your Nervo. Where's Nervo? Right here. Asterin. Fenrax. You're Dunlork. You're Fenrax. Whoa. Cradmore. Mm-hmm. Kalos. Or Qualos. Novaris. It's Nervo, you gotta be Novaris. Oh, also Novaris. Is that everybody? Why didn't you get one? Oh, because it's 0 to 2, so I guess Thanos has 0. Does that seem right? Yeah, some of them has 0. Okay. Okay. Get that organized. Get that organized. Okay. Does anything else go in these Inferno boxes? 0 to 2 house focus cards. Yep, so some have 1, some have 2, and it's all listed right there, so you know you're not going wrong. Okay. Cool. I don't know whether to stack these top to bottom alphabetically or bottom to top, but I'll do it like this. Glorious, glorious plastic. What's that? Oh, heck no. Oh, I know it's bedtime. I know, we're wrapping up, honey. Almost there. Yeah. There, and the lid goes on like so. And there. Shazam. Great. What else is left? Precious Little. It's going to tell us where those cards go. Still no clue on the skulls for the moment. But here we go. I'm going to bring this whole tray out. So, what goes in the bottom? It is the 1, 2, and 3 planet-looking things on the back. 1, 2, and 3. So there's the 3s. Flank. There's the 2s. The Jonk. There's the 1s. The Dank. The 0, 1, 2, and 3 looks like 0 goes on the bottom. And the next thing. Oh, they're all backwards. Oh no, they go in different spots. So the 3, no, they all go. Well, let me start with the one that I can figure out a little bit better. 1, 2, and 3 landscape cards go here. Great. These guys, the one with the chain goes here. The one with the thing goes here. And I found the skulls. Yes, the skulls. Finally, the skulls go in here. And I guess this goofy thing will just slam in there too. I don't know where it's supposed to go. And then 0, 0. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. Okay, great. Here and here. I think these are those things. Yes, I'm correct. Those go here. And that's that whole thing. Oh, what are you? You go somewhere else. You go somewhere else. No, you don't. You go underneath this thing right here. Okay, great. That's all that whole tray good. Good. I'm racing bedtime now, boys. Okay. Dunzo. There's still like one piece that I'm not sure where it goes, but that piece is the. Of course, I can't can't even find that piece, but that's okay. That's how it goes. Great. Okay, so that goes on the bottom. Next thing that goes is the dodgy breaky tray. Dodgy breaky tray. Yeah. Dodgy breaky tray in place. Check. You go here. All the boards. Go. That. Good. Okay. Next is the two. No. The wide one with the ships in it goes on like that. Nope, I'm wrong. No, I'm good. That one goes like that. The wiggly edged ones with the player stuff. Okay, this is the one that I can't figure out where this stupid thing goes. Where does this stupid thing go? Look up glossary stupid thing. No, it's not going to be here. What are you? What, I know. Find out what you are, and that'll tell us what you're called, and that'll tell us where you go. You are you're the agenda board. Right, so if you're the agenda board, then that means that you go. Nope. Nope. Agenda cards. Where's that bit about the upgraded components? It's not this. It's not that. Guys. Nope. I don't know. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. Agenda board. It's like when you assemble like IKEA furniture and you're left with one screw at the end. Agenda cards. I'm looking for agenda board. Piece of storage covers dreadnoughts carriers. Nope. It's got to be here. 20 times board. Galactic board, house mats, crisis board, safe haven tiles, module combat, improvement block, sectors, galactic alert. No clue where that guy goes. No idea what goes in this little divot down here. There's a little recess. No idea what goes in there. That's fine. That's fine. I'm racing the clock now. All right. Racing the clock. I think he's supposed to go here, and then these go. I don't know what this big recess is for in here either. There's all mysteries in here. All the wavy ones go together like that. All these pains in the ass get stacked up here, and then these go. Like, thank goodness for this diagram though, right? Like, yikes. And then what's left? This bloody agenda thing. There's something else that's missing a lid. Hang on. Maybe that'll solve. Is it? Hold on. No. Yep. No, that can't. That doesn't. Does that go on? That doesn't look like it fits that at all. That can't fit that, can it? Does it fit that? Like, what else would it fit though? I guess. Oh, that's like an upgraded piece, right? So then I think that this. That's why I gasped, because I'm like, oh, I found a spot that fits it. And yeah, that's the upgraded, I guess, lid for that. And does this go? It goes underneath, apparently. All right. I don't know if that fits all that nicely. But oh well. I guess. On the very top, do we do it? Are we done? Just, oh, that's the worst. I can't let that stand. That can't go under there. Let me look at the picture one more time. Huh. On top of those three. I think so. Ew, don't like it. Don't like it. But maybe if we move it over, it'll stack a bit nicer. No, it's not that great. Okay. And then there's here, and then the companion app, and then the rule book. We would put it in there, but we're gonna save that for bedtime reading for Daddy. And then the lid of the box. I seal you for 1,000 years. Never to come out of this box. And that's all there is to it. Thank you for joining me or not joining me this evening. I don't know. I'll throw this up on YouTube. I'll see you around. Like and subscribe.
Did you just watch that whole thing? Oh, hey, to 100% this video, click the badge to subscribe and then click the bell to get notifications when I've got new stuff.